What started last Friday ends now as we find out the last 6 teams standing at the Scotties. The round robin wraps up tonight, and for 2 teams it's quite simple. Win, you're in. Lose, you're done. Clancy, Grandy, and BC battle Cape Cameron and Manitoba. It is do or die, and the draw is next. This is our home, of course, for the entire Scotties, Canada Olympic Park, and the Winsport Events Center. Let's get you caught up in what happened this afternoon. It was the final round-robin play for Pool A. Manitoba, Caitlin Laws against Northern Ontario, Krista McCarville. McCarville knowing that if she won the game, she would get that 3rd spot. Oh, but it came apart for her in 7. Left it junky, cluttered, and ultimately was a draw for 3 for Manitoba, but she still had a chance, albeit she'd need a Krista McMarvel kind of shot as she'd come off her own and look to run something back. This was not there. She got
nice
1,
try.
And so that led to a 5-team tie at 4 losses, and then Laws found out. In fact, she was going to advance. So Laws wins. Anerson tuning up, wins to the 4-time defending Canadian champion. Sturmey looking very good, top of the table. And Quebec a win over Prince Edward Island. So here are the final standings, and there you see all the 4 lost teams. It came down to those last rock draws to win the hammer. Laws was best by far, and through that, she gets the 3rd spot. And now in Pool B, well, we know 2 of the places. Holman, Jones, that's the way they're going to finish. It'll come now down to a win, either BC Grandy or Manitoba Cameron for spot number 3. And on this Thursday night, we do say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Calgary. Joe's here. Russ, we'll hear from Kathy momentarily. Man, that was so interesting, complicated this afternoon. Little more simple tonight. Win, you're in. And when you talk about BC, we often talk about the players. Maybe their best addition was Coach Marcel Rock.
Yeah, no question about it. This team is no stone unturned. They're, in my humble opinion, the very most improved team in Canada on the women's side. The last 2 years, they've worked so hard at it. They're really professional curlers. How do you get better? You bring in Marcel Rock. He's got all those little things he learned from the great Randy Furby, 4-time Canadian champion. You have to be able to get rocks in the right spot. I've been talking about it for too many years. Marcel's teaching that, and they're going to be good.
Manitoba skipped by Kate Cameron. She's, I thought, middle of the week didn't have a chance.
Yeah, we saw a shaky start for Cameron. New to that skipping role. She was playing a little tentative, a little scared, a little all over the place. But since that game against Team Holman, they had the loss, but she was back. You could see the intensity, the fire, the fearlessness, but also the calm. And that calmness might be what it takes to win a must-win game. Yeah, tonight it's all on the line for these 2. We know the first 2 in the pool, it will be either BC or Manitoba, the 3rd spot in Pool B.
For us going forward, we've all played in big events and we've all been here, so I think that we're just going to draw from that experience. But you know, you have to go out there and put your best game forward and really just try to capitalize on your opportunities.
This is a totally different ball game. It's just a matter of finding a way to stay in the moment and stay calm and just throw the shots as they come and know what each other needs in order to be able to do that.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. By Home Hardware. Here's how. by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
The iconic Calgary Tower. So much attention on our game, Kathy, but let's remember the first and second place teams are also on the ice. Homan and Jones.
Well, they certainly are. Heather Smith takes on Rachel Homan. And for Rachel Homan, this is an opportunity to learn more about stones that she may get to select later on and the ice. For Bailey Scottman from the Yukon and for Melissa Adams from New Brunswick, this is about finishing out the round robin at the Scotties in a positive way. And Jennifer Jones will take on Carrie Galusha. Jennifer, another one of those, trying to learn more of what she can. And it will be an emotional night. We've talked a lot about Jennifer retiring. Well, this is Joanne Rizzo's final night with this team after many years, and it's her final Scotties and her final four-person game.
Time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Grandy from the Vancouver Curling Club, skipped by Clancy Grandy, backed up by Sarah Logan, Lindsay Dubé, and Kayla McMillan. The Cameron team hails from the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by Kate Cameron with Mackenzie Elias. Kelsey Rock in at second, and Megan Walter is back after missing this morning's draw due to illness. I asked her, are you ready? Are you feeling okay? She says, yeah, just. So we'll see how long she can go in this must-win game. The winner will take third spot in the pool. And so with BC having the last rock playing the Red Stones, Cameron has the brush out, middle of the 12. And to get us underway, the Cameron lead is Mackenzie Elias. And it may not be applicable here, Joe, but if I'm playing football and there's a new defensive back in the game, I may throw to that area trying to test them. Is there anything that Walter's illness may lead Cameron to try and do? As I say, it may not apply.
Yeah, I think she'll want to make sure that Megan's comfortable. The team got into a bit of a groove this morning with only 3. I would expect to see Kate Cameron maybe play a little bit more conservative to start.
So first one slides center line, back of the button. Second appearance for Sarah Logan. All these, this entire team was in Kamloops a year ago.
Trying for a roll to get the delayed corner, but rolls right out.
Just a hair. Close.
All right, keys to the game will start with Kate Cameron.
Yeah, for Team Cameron, they want to leave themselves an out. Team BC likes to play aggressive if they're firing. Want to make sure you have a shot if you're Kate, and rally around Walter. When you have a teammate that's under the weather, that's not feeling great, want to support her as much as you can to get the most out of her as possible.
Top 4. Line. Top 4, we're good. Lots more line. Back 4.
Neither team willing to mix it up here so far, you can tell.
Want to right now. We're right
4,
on the
6.
tee. Right
4,
on the
6.
tee.
Wait a bit less.
Has been a little good.
Nice, Ken.
Let's say our left way, it'll be good.
Key now for Clancy Grandy and the team from Vancouver.
Well, it's Sundance, so you got to communicate out there. That's what you watched already. You can tell there's nerves. Nobody wants to throw a guard, and then once it's in the rings, they want to hit it, not throw a corner. So keep working on all the different spots. Communicate and out turn draws. Kate Cameron is only 66% on all her out turns this week. Exploit it.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties.
I'm thinking this time's going to react similar to this morning's game. Do you say 9-5?
10.5.
Okay. Got it, Kels. Nice and smooth.
So Kelsey Rock, the former Canadian and World Junior champion, joins this team for Taylor McDonald, who's on the bench but not playing due to her pregnancy.
Good. I got 9-7.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Played in the Manitoba,
I didn't do much here in practice.
or in the, as soon as the Manitoba championship was over, they made the phone call, did Kate Cameron, to Kelsey Rock.
You think about this team from Manitoba, they have a few things working against them. They have someone new at second, and they have a third that's barely recovered from illness.
Yeah.
If you look at that, stacked up against Team Grandy, who've been building all week, it appears, and utilizing their coach. A little bit of a disadvantage for Team Manitoba.
9-8. A little bit not.
Kelsey did play in the Manitoba playdowns with Beth Peterson.
Okay, I'll give you something similar.
Building all year, this Grandy team, to your point, though, they didn't have a very good 2023. They came 5th twice and didn't qualify 6 times. The calendar flips, Vic, and they win Perth Masters. Big spiel, a lot of good teams, and then they ran through the provincials easily.
Line's good. Weight's good.
They're kind of peaking at the right time here.
Always mags. Always mags.
Yeah, went undefeated in the provincial, beating
Really
Corinne
curling
Brown in
now.
the final.
Line's good.
Beat her 3
Really
times
curling.
in that
4.5.
event.
I had a chat with Marcel earlier in the week, and he was saying that the team was struggling early and just kept adding events, chasing those points, hoping to have that extra CTRS spot should provincials not go their way. But the problem with chasing points and playing all the time is you don't have time to practice, train, and work on the things that are causing all those losses.
Well,
fine
ask
balance.
ask NHL coach or NBA coach. You play, you travel, you do morning skate or shoot around, and that's about it. You don't have time to work on what's really needed. There are not many off days. So the addition of Marcel Rock gives them some direction on what to work on when they have their time.
Look like a much slower kick. 9-6. Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Maybe a little
Last
like
game where if you set it
the
very certain
12 foots are running a bit slower.
Maybe,
than,
yeah.
That bodes well.
I didn't really think neither of them
48%
came
hammer
off.
efficiency, 2 or more points when you do have last rock. 3rd in the field. Only Jones and Holman are better.
Glasses, Vic, here for Megan. I don't remember the glasses this week. My team suggested I get them quite a few years ago.
Top 8.
Okay.
This is a dream scenario for Megan to start the game. She gets to draw the paint,
Holding
lock in her
still.
draw weight.
Line's good, but it's holding. 5-3. 5-3.
That's 15-3
This is
from
gross,
hog
yeah.
to hog. That is
Good.
the keenest we've seen all
Good judge,
week.
you guys.
It's just dusted to top 8 foot.
You know, I'm thinking just
See
as
the other
someone who
side.
does wear contacts. If you're not not feeling well, your contacts don't feel good, and so now you put on the glasses.
I think you've solved the riddle. That's probably what it is. It's extremely dry in here, too.
Good control.
Little big. Clean. Little big. Clean. Yep. Little big. Good. Yep.
Kayla McMillan.
Yep. 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 Okay.
Yeah, 9-3. What did my second one come through at? 9-6. Still, eh? Yeah. I thought it was
3.
through.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably did. I think the 12 foot slower that.
Whoa. Weight's good.
No.
Kels. 10-5.
Kels, you gotta go, buddy.
A belated happy birthday to
Gotta go.
Megan.
You got it. You
Gotta
got
go.
it. Touch the line. You
One
got
more
it.
to
Touch the
stay.
line.
Okay.
There's a great
Pull right
view
over,
of the
pull right over. It's kind of tricky to hit over here.
little bit of curl down that.
Penny.
That's one of the straighter
Okay.
spots, but first end, a little bit of pebble. That did come up a bit.
Keep it
normal
on
speed.
the lighter
Also didn't
side.
whip
Was that
it.
weight good, or do you want a
Lighter
little
weight,
less?
you can use the carve there to help it
That was
over.
good.
I don't think either one of
Okay.
these teams is going to be too nervous. I think they played so many big games. Play so well, you know, you're sometimes you're nervous because you're not playing well.
I think about Megan Walter not feeling well. Sometimes that actually helps you focus more, though, Russ, because all you can do is put all your attention on the task at hand.
Curl. 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 Sidelines. Sidelines. Yeah.
Throw over here.
Yeah. Good throws. Yeah. Good throw.
Closer to like a high 4 on this side, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
7th appearance at the Scotties for
Like a high
Kate
4 on
Cameron,
this side. It's not quite as good as the other.
who returns home after, as
Well,
someone
this was
described
a
it,
5-3, and I got 14 on Kelsey's this way.
being a hired
14?
gun.
I thought it was 4-5.
4-4, yeah.
How didn't
yeah.
Yeah.
Alberta here with Casey Scheidegger and
Feels good. Like draw to the button.
with Michelle Engelot,
Exactly the same.
Saskatchewan. Casey now retired, and if I remember correctly, he is running the curling program at University of Lethbridge.
Little more line than Kels.
Now. It's good.
Little more line than Kels.
Line's nice. Running a bit. Few line. Okay, line's good. All you.
First time she
4-4.
skipped since 2014.
Good, Kate.
Good save, guys.
Admits it's the
Really good.
the mental weariness that you go through for the 10 ends that really is the difference.
Yeah, a lot to think about out there, especially now with the 5 rock roll. You're matching your rocks, you're worrying about straight spots, you're trying to look at releases, just all the strategy. There's so many more decisions on a lot of the, not this end, but on a lot of them where there's 9 options.
Also think about the change. The third is the link on the ice between the skip and the front end. The third has to be such a good communicator. They're doing all the jobs. They're sweeping, they're calling line, involved in the strategy, and then all of a sudden to be at the other end by yourself. It's a total shift.
Very true. All of a sudden out of nowhere, Clancy Grandy's the second percentage skip in this week, and she wasn't there for a long time. Pick her last 4 games, 89%.
Second only to Rachel Holman when it comes to the skip numbers.
On its own. Good.
So up and down, move it around.
That was 10. Good. Okay. Yeah.
And that was the plan, move it over, because now Kate can't get closer to the button, really. It's going to slide away, and then the peel's that little bit easier.
Okay, so 9-9.
Okay. It's good speed on that side.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with it on this side too. It's just like with a bit of ice, anything to the back edge runs really straight.
Yeah. Like we saw the other day, like if you're on like 9-5. Yep. 9-5. Lead. Easy.
Clean.
Oh, easy.
Whoa.
Easy. Yep. On the 9-8 side. Yep.
Yeah.
Right up.
To the middle. Roll.
Kelsey
roll,
Rock
roll.
and roll it to the middle,
9-7.
and they will to the back 4.
On the edge of it.
Clancy Grandy, originally from Burlington, Ontario, went 6-4 a year ago.
Yeah.
And a former Ontario junior champion. And we saw her too helping with the Netherlands men's program at a couple of men's worlds.
Clean. Whoa.
Looking for the blank.
Whoa. Clean.
That'll work. 4th blank thrown up by BC in the event, and they'll take that last rock to number 2. Final night of round robin play here at the Scotties Winsport Event Center, Canada Olympic Park. And unlike the very complicated scenario earlier today, although it wouldn't have been complicated,
Stick
had
around.
either Northern Ontario won, a win by Brown out of BC, but it was with a 5-team tie for at 4 losses, ultimately won by Caitlin Laws and the team from Fort Rouge. So the 3 we know there on Poulet. And now trying to determine who will get the 3rd spot. Easy here, win, you're in. BC and Manitoba. And once again it is Clancy Grandy from Vancouver with Last Rock playing the Red Star.
Aggressive call there, Joe. The first corner into the rings, Manitoba hit it, might or might not be in at the back, and just ignored that yellow for Grandy. Threw up the corner. They're going after their 2, which just makes some sense. Good spot for that corner too. Good depth.
A little bit.
I just got caught. Sometimes that speed to the wings is surprisingly fast. So if it's a 15 into the middle, a little less curl to the wings, that's going to glide forever. Manitoba, I think they rolled out, or if at most they're just a biter, so that might be why BC's okay with putting up that corner.
Great spot. Good. Really good.
Well, we mentioned that Megan Walter was missing this morning against Nova Scotia. So what does that mean? Well, it's 3 rocks apiece for both Elias and Rock. And look how they stepped up their game from the usual or average 79 to 85, 78, up the game to 81. So yeah, they did carry the load, shoulder the burden without Megan Walter.
Oh, get them all. Huh. Take that.
Lindsay Dubé.
What a great shot. Now that guard is another rock higher. You play the come around if your team Cameron. You can probably chase that if you're BC.
4-5. High 4s is good too. Got it.
All the options still open, right? You can go for your 2, you can go for your blank.
It's a great debate about the 3-person team, if it's an advantage or not. And the advantage is definitely if the players are playing well, the front 2 get to throw 3 rocks. So they build on every single rock they're throwing. The only downside is the poor sweeper has to sweep every single rock.
Keep talking to me.
Well, Scott Howard out of Ontario may be the best example lately, as they went an entire Ontario provincial and won it with 3 people. And now have elected to add his former skip from junior Matt Cam.
Definitely feel like
That's a great addition, Vic.
Should come up here for you.
Lots of curl now. That rock fully overburied and came out the other side.
We haven't seen too much of that, have we? Over curling by a lot. So that's how good this surface is now.
Yeah, and I think ice makers just probably have it about where they want it now with that second paper on the rocks, have them snapping a little bit more at the end.
good call.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably almost bored.
Yeah. 11-7.
10, like a 9-8's okay.
You got it, Meg. I think you can. Okay, Meg, you got it.
I can afford to set it a hair more on this side, hey?
I think you can. Yeah.
Mackenzie Elias.
Yep. No roll. Great shot. Good night.
And we'll just roll with a stone to the edge of the 4. Why not roll it all the way over if you could have, Russ?
You probably could, but because of that big curl, the BC team can chase it anyways. But I think what they're hoping to do is get 1 or 2 more nose hits here. Then when they make the roll, their top button. You roll back 8, it's a nuisance for the team, but it doesn't really hurt them.
And if you ever roll too far into that port, then BC can make a good hit and roll behind cover. And that's their first point of the 2 they're searching for.
Originally from Belleville, Ontario, is Kayla McMillan. 2-time Canadian college champion with the Douglas Royals.
Good. It's good.
Yeah, there you go. 1 more. And if they won more, then you're top 4.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing how fast that sneaks up on you. And exactly. Nose hit here, 1 more nose hit, and then you might see Kate Cameron roll.
You're okay, you know this. Good for you. But even without glasses or something. That's nice.
Hair more. Clean. 10.5. Clean. A little closer to 10.
I think you make a good point.
Clean.
You know, you hear athletes do say that, you know.
Yep.
An injury or something that's out of place
I missed the time.
forces me to focus more because of what is occurring and what I'm affected by.
Same throw. Okay, same weight.
Yeah. 11-5.
Okay, would you risk rolling it towards the outside here, Joe? Or because if you roll out, then you've got them the free pass in behind. But I mean, to what we were saying about a nose hit and what it may set up.
Yeah, I like trying for a roll here, even if you just roll to a different spot.
Hard. Let it go.
Team Cameron only has 2 rocks left.
Hard.
Just don't want to be right behind the center line. We'd love to go a long roll here.
No roll.
There's the roll, and it'll settle just at the back 4.
Sorry, I thought we were rolling bigger than that.
I know.
I was like, we're gonna roll out.
Good sweep.
Good throw.
Yeah. Wait, was okay still? I thought a hair left. Hair left.
I
When
think
you're
we
crossing
play a
the
little bit of
face
weight.
of the rock like they did there, the kick off that rock is much less than if you hit the high side of a rock and get the gear effect to spin it. So they thought that was rolling closer to out, so they weren't too proactive brushing it.
Good tolerance line call, though. You try to get too
From
perfect
this
with
way,
it,
it looks like
and
the
you
other
roll out.
turn's easier.
And
From
all of a
down there, this
sudden,
one looks easier.
Manitoba would have had a great opportunity.
Yeah.
I probably have more space this way just because it's actually quite straight that way. But we're saying 9.5. I think we're going to see some curl here.
How quickly, Joe, do you think that ability comes back? I know, some people will say, I love playing lead, second, third because I'm always involved in the game. But now she's at the head and she is the skip. That ability to see the ice, or does she instinctively know to read the ice? Or do you have to relearn that ability?
I'm sure it's a bit of both, Vic, but having played against Kate for years, she is so dialed in when she's out there. So when she did play third, she was watching the path so closely to be able to map out what the lines were doing on the sheet. Of course, she's watching it come from the other end now, so assuming that it would take a bit of time to adjust.
Tougher shot than we maybe
hard to
think
get
that
under there.
was,
We're
Russ?
pretty tight to
Just
the
getting
guard.
through there because of the stagger the way it was?
From that way,
Yeah,
almost
there's a big enough hole with
Okay.
that kind of weight. Now, if you were drawn around the corner guard, that port, has got that much more time to curl. You wouldn't have much room, but she threw that really hard.
Make sure we stick the shooter.
It was a bit of a guess. Kate was right. It would curl there, and she was dead right. Now we're changing turns. This should be straighter.
Control, try to roll under the corner. Okay.
It's almost
sure
a
we stick the
shade
shooter.
fraction high into the middle, right? Like the off the line's going a bit.
Like that 10-5
This way's a little bit more stubborn. I think
like
you
a
can
little
hold it
10.
here, Joe.
Okay, somewhere in between 10 and 10-5.
They talk about sometimes they dish the sheet so that there's more curl towards the middle, but now that the rocks have been done, you don't have to dish it anymore. So seeing more movement to the wings again.
It's all the little things, the games that the ice makers can do to give the ice some curl.
Weight's good. Yep. Weight's good. Close. Close. Yep. Hard. And he rolled. Shoot. Sorry, that's my bad. That's okay.
Good throw. Still a little.
So it's interesting. You take a look. You want to improve. You want to get better. And in fact, she has in both draws and hits. Last 4 games, up by 3. Look at that, the hit percentage and how good that was. And overall, 75 to start, now at 89%.
Sorry. I want to roll that way. Yep. You got it, Kate.
I think they've got enough room, even with the out turn, to roll towards the button. Or, it looks like they're going the other way.
Even if you just get a piece under,
Sure.
tricky blank.
Roll it.
9-9.
Pretty good.
Shoot, that came off so dead when we rolled too.
Yeah, it should run.
Again, because it crosses when you're crossing
hers
it.
are curling up a little bit.
Remember, these were
We'll see a hair.
reconditioned rocks, and
I thought we had it even when we
I
hit it.
find
It
the
said it was like
high side rolls are still there, but the low side rolls dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
I think it'll curl up. Yeah.
No problem getting to it, Joe?
No, the hole's big enough. Just have to come with the inside out turn.
Final stone again, looking for a blank. Clancy Grandy out of Vancouver. Oh, here we go. Oh, and by it goes. Huge, unforced error. Early lead.
Sorry about that.
Cameron. It's a wonderful facility. Winsport Event Center here at Canada Olympic Park, opened back in 2011, home of Hockey Canada West and their high performance center. Just west of downtown Calgary on the Trans-Canada on the way to the Rockies and Banff as we welcome you back on this Thursday night. Final evening of round robin play. One place in the playoff 3 to be decided. It'll go to one of these two teams. The winner right now, Manitoba, with the early advantage after that flash by Clancy Grandy. So here in the third, once again, BC with Last Rock playing the Redstones.
Joanne and I were talking about it in the break, and I've done that more times than I can remember. You get it in your head that if you hit it too solid, you want that extra speed to bounce it out of there and not get forced to one. But when you really think about it, it's just a hit and roll out. You can do it with 10 seconds, 9 seconds, but you don't have to throw a 6. And it obviously throws your accuracy off. And people say, well, you don't want to take one. It'd be a much better result than this.
Rachel Holman tuning up for the playoffs in early lead in Nova Scotia. New Brunswick. Melissa Adams for the lead. And, wow, a little bit of a surprise there. Territory score 2, steal 1 lead. Jennifer Jones 3-0.
Joanne Rizzo is going out in a blaze of glory so far. Jennifer Jones was lying 5 in the first end. She made a perfect freeze and a draw to the lid for 2. And against 2 in the second end, she made a wonderful draw that Jennifer wrecked on the guard. And so this is the way to go out. Just make them all.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the final year for that team from the Territories, from Yellowknife. Carrie Galusha not committing yet to playing, but she'd like to. I think she'd like to very much play with her daughters, seems to be the indication.
Just fully, top 4.
Top 4.
Close. Close for line.
Sounds good.
Her daughter is
Hey, right at me.
just 14 years of age
Line's great to me.
and is
Full 4.
going to the Canadian Under-18s
Yeah, we're teed
Line's
back.
great.
in Fort
Line's
McMurray,
great. I got a 4-7, so yeah. you
representing the
That's it,
Territories.
that's it. Good judge, you guys. Really good.
Get over that.
Try to get to know.
Okay. Play it on the 10-11 side.
Okay.
10-11.
Make the adjustment from
Yeah.
last end.
Yeah.
At 10-11, meaning back 12, back line weight, just a heavy draw. Get this rock off the top of the button.
And 10-11, meaning the Randy Furby 10-11, right? Not the 10 hog to hog.
No, the number system to call the weight. Yeah, they coined that. They assigned a number to everything from just over the hog line to the back line. Easier when you're sweeping to squeeze out a number as opposed to yelling back 12, back line.
Go! Straight, straight, straight. On the roll.
Now this roll, where's it going to go? And underneath and slip to the back edge of the 8. Maybe available on that intern side.
That's that high side roll that fooled them just a bit. It rolled a good rock farther than they wanted to.
We are shot.
I still like the
I think I still like this.
Yep.
Round robin, early you might draw it and sit 2 here, but this is a different situation.
Yeah, for Kate Cameron getting that free steal out of nowhere. Love to force this end.
I think they should be very happy, Russ Cameron, with the way they're playing. Right? They didn't have the last rock, yet they have, Vancouver and Grandy chasing a little bit. They're dictating the play.
Yeah, no question. That when you get a steal like that too, it's like you've won the lottery. Like you just don't see it happen very often. And it's even if Grandy stuck it, it's still a 2-point swing.
Just a hair more than I just threw.
Yeah, a couple feet. Okay, make the roll.
Thought they might play a come around the corner here, Russ. That was
Yeah, good point.
my only concern with hitting second shot rock was the team with hammer can try to generate something. I'm a little surprised they're hitting this.
And it might not get shot, and then that's a problem too.
Rolling it towards the center line and peeking out again.
Very nice, not by much. Very nice.
I think you can do that. If you're on the guard, it's okay.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
a 12-5.
to your point, they wanted to put it there. They would have been
Gotta
easier
hit
to
that
draw
one
it
if
there.
ever.
Whoa, straight. Straight.
Just really nice weight control there. Get that finish past the guard. These are the hardest when you're not feeling well, having that feel.
Close, yep. Yes. Down. Yes. Hard.
12 and a half.
Mackenzie Elias.
Hard, Kens.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hit it. Follow it.
And hit it, they do. Move it
Good
over.
shot.
That's good,
That's
Nick.
fine, Nick.
Open up the shot rock and spill their own in.
12-2.
Pretty good weight, actually.
Yeah.
Top 8, touch 4 foot.
Okay.
Saturday, nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that call.
I don't mind that third end.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 601.
I like
It's
that.
safer to hit.
We like the hit.
Okay.
Hit and rolls
Yeah,
are
if you ever
hard.
come around the center and you're full 8 biting 4 foot and the hit and roll is made, then it's double guarded.
Kill that one. Yeah.
This keeps the scoring area open.
Just a 10.
Yeah, you'd love to go around, but you're absolutely right. You come up a little light, hit and rolls made. You know, why did I do that?
Doctor, it hurts when I
It hurts when I do it.
Oh, don't do that.
10-5. Whoa.
Close.
Whoa. 10-5. Whoa.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
Curl.
That's 10. Curl.
Got him. And just pushes it through. This hit the 2, and they do have last rock.
Good separation, nice shot, good throw.
10-5-ish. I think it was good, yeah.
Love to get these rocks a little closer together, but the key here is don't roll out.
10-5.
Yep.
Easy.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Weight's good.
Close.
Might be a hair up.
Kels.
9-8.
Nope. Kens. It looks hot. Oh no, I got a 10. Okay. Good throw.
Good. Can I get a roll behind the guard? That's ideal. Great weight, Meg. 10.
Do you want to play same weight?
Are you surprised, Joe?
That was good.
As she was very often. She said it looks hot, and then looked at her watch and went, oh, no, it's a 10. It just didn't.
No,
The
I
running
don't
of the
think
stone
so.
didn't match what the time was.
And I think the speed is really nice tonight. It's quick, so the rocks are coming a little faster at you. I always think with the hog-to-hog times on the hit weight, it's nice for reference. You understand
Little more weight.
why something happened, if it curled too much or if it stayed too straight. But
More.
really, it's about managing the rocks that's coming at you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more for after the shot to learn versus during the shot.
I need your help.
I think it breaks that argument too, where you say, "Well, yeah, that rolled out because you were heavy." No, it wasn't. Right? And you were
Try to set something up too.
No, same as last end. Kate's working the rock up a little bit.
Getting it back. More weight.
I imagine they'll try the roll here.
I'd rather roll past the guard even.
Kind of like your in turn that way, I thought.
What do you mean?
It's a great picture there. You roll
Kinda running and
behind
then kinda
or
came up
farther.
on the end
Yeah.
with kind of same
Might be a
weight,
double on
9,
Kate's
9,
last
9,
one.
8. Hair more than Meg. Easy.
Whoa, then whoa.
10.
No.
Kens.
Whoa, go that way.
Kels. Anything Kens. Go.
Sneak it.
Hit.
We'll leave it on the edge. Shot rock, however, still belongs to BC.
Okay. Yeah, they're shot, but
From the sweeping call, it didn't sound like she poked it out much. It just stayed there.
Yeah, or do we go to that side?
Yeah, those were finishing at the end earlier today.
And I got a 10-3. It's like even if we're here, that's fine, right? But up to you.
Okay.
So the draw you know here too.
Yeah, she's going to hit that. And we should have a hit for 2 or chase.
Well, yeah, if we're past it, I think she's hitting this one potentially, but just because she's just played down the similar line.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a simple thing, but the ice curve's about 4.5 feet. So do your math. This rock should get over into this type of area. The problem with that is what if it just curls a hair too much? There goes your 2-ender, and you cannot blank if the red's removed properly. Maybe that's enough ice, but I'd give myself a bit of a cushion, Joanne.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be too concerned with making a corner freeze. Just sit wide open in the 8-foot.
Yeah, you're not getting 3.
You want to be T-line here, I think, because if Kate makes a hit and roll, she's further behind the T-line, more space to chase for your 2.
Right.
Fell there on my own. Topping.
You saw a guard go into the rings inside out last end. See how fast this is running.
Slow down.
Need to stay shot.
Yeah, it has to sit. Sit.
You got it. More.
And too far.
Okay.
Missed opportunity.
So you take a foot more ice, Vic, you're sitting 2.
How have you been, Kathy?
I've been great.
Good. Let's update New Brunswick and Yukon.
Well, an opportunity here for a pair for the team from Yukon. Bailey split the house on her first one.
Yep.
And that presents the opportunity after Melissa Adams not able to remove both for 2.
I think this looks way too minimum.
Hard. All the way to it. All the way to it. All the way. Okay, we're good. Nice shot. 2.
Nicely done. Coming off their first steal of the week. That was in the first. Add 2 more to take the lead.
Okay, 10-5. Yep. Yes. 10-5.
We'll see Bailey's brother, Thomas, at the Briar. He'll be representing Yukon. Here.
Tough one. I thought you came out about here.
Halfway down, it just went sideways.
Oh, you hate to see that. Just grab something.
Yeah.
No concern out of Kate's hand.
Oh.
I like that better, yeah.
Well, this now to your point about her and this week. So we'll see now how she able to handle that, right?
Same weight, try and chisel
Oh,
it
that's
over.
a horrible break.
Just adjust it.
Right when I said clean, it just went.
I know.
And now BC, after missing the chance for 2, has a chance for 3.
Same throw.
Yeah, same weight, just a little less ice.
Yeah.
Don't have to push this yellow very far.
Would be close, right? Same shot almost, just less ice.
Final stone, BC, Clancy Grandy.
Back 8.
Okay, line's good.
Back 8. Back 12.
Well done.
Two-time Guelph University champion. Dubé. Loken's there. It's all about Dubé now. Oh, no.
Sit. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
True.
Yeah, this one.
Shake of the head. Not a great start for Grandy.
Penticton was really special. We decided we're going to put everything into the Scotties and let's go and try to win this. And we knew that it was going to be Jill's last event, and so it was really fun to go out there and play with Jill and Dawn.
And it's a win for the record books for Jennifer Jones.
To go on to win that Scotties was just remarkable, considering everything that was happening in the background. It was one of the most special moments.
There it is, 6 for Jones.
We win, we're going to go to North Bay, and we show up, and the whole city is jacked. It was the loudest building I have ever played in. They made us feel like we were rock stars. And I remember very vividly in the final making a run back in the 9th end and they were so loud, I could actually feel my bones vibrating inside of me.
Got it, touch it, yes, for the 2.
That is like a wow moment, and to do that with Jill and Dawn and Caitlin and Shannon, it's just kind of one for the memory books for sure.
And we'll indeed try to add one here, a 7th championship, and a chance to represent Canada one more time at the Women's Worlds in Sydney, Nova Scotia, pardon me. And she's on the ice tonight, Kathy, as she pays Carrie Galusha.
Well, and she's being forced to make some pretty big shots. Joanne Rizzo on her final stone picked out the Jones stone that she had thrown on her first that was buried behind that stone that she's taking aim at now. And so this is the force. Jennifer needs to hit and stick for the single.
Yep.
You may have seen Shannon Burchard in that win in 18. She replaced Caitlin Laws during the Olympics. Caitlin was off and playing mixed doubles, winning a gold there, and that will put the Jones team on the board. 3-1 though. It is the territories leading, skipped by Carrie Galusha, and you see Jones on there. Look at that, Colleen Jones. But Carrie Galusha passes Dawn McEwen, and she's one game behind now Marianne Arsenault and Jill Officer. Dawn McEwen, of course, part of that gold medal winning team in 14 in Sochi. So Galusha hoping to, I really do believe she'd like to play a little longer. She would love to play with her daughter at a Scotties. Brother Kevin is there and coaching the team, and we'll see him, of course, at the Briar in Regina.
But you won't see that smile. I've never seen it. I think he's really embracing the coaching. In the beginning of the week, he wasn't so sure, but he's very animated between breaks and pointing out what the ice does. Maybe a new calling for him.
I saw him this game. He was up 10 feet out of his chair with his stopwatch.
Yes.
Yeah. Getting an idea on the line, and he's into it.
It's great.
Good for him.
Yeah, I think I don't know that we can guard just that rock in top 8. Okay? Do you guys think so? Yeah.
Can you play it that way? I think you can.
I like having a guard.
Gotta
guard Sarah's side.
Correct.
Yeah.
Halfway is good, Lynn.
Yeah, okay. Make that adjustment of it being really tight.
I think you're caught here. You could hit and sit 3, and you're kind of looking at a force, but with those stacked corner guards, I think you're going to see
2-3. 2-3.
Manitoba going around there, and that could be problematic too.
A little higher. Switch.
I think you can go.
3.
You're gonna have to go, Sarah.
We gotta get to this line.
Gotta go.
Gotta get to this line.
Gotta go.
Line's closed.
Whoa.
No.
Off. Good call.
Yep.
If you go over, that's fine.
Yeah, Kels. I think you can.
Kelsey Rock.
Just clean.
Two-time Canadian University champion out of the University of Alberta. What a great. There are several good programs. I think of Laurier being one in Ontario, but University of Alberta's curling program, magnificent.
Oh yeah, just the quality of coaching. It's more like a curriculum to their program. So you never know what kind of training someone's going to get throughout their junior career. Often it's a parent volunteering their time. So if you break into that program, you have access to so much information that you see a lot of great curlers come out of it.
No question. Speaking of great, what a great call by Kate Cameron. The double peel wasn't going to be made, rolled it buried.
And speaking of great, here's Kathy.
That's the best segue I've ever had. Facing 2, Bailey Scoffin hit and rolled, but she rolled about 2 inches too far, and so this is a draw for 2 for Melissa Adams.
The team from the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton in a 3rd appearance for Melissa Adams.
Love the enthusiasm, though.
Introduce.
Yeah, it is. By just that little bit.
Yeah!
Look at the weight of that, Joanne. Just barely gets it out of the rings. It's so controllable for the brushers.
And ignore that. You may get lucky, but
Yeah, that lightweight
just
hit,
try
if
to
you're
make
comfortable
this.
with the ice, it's perfect. You can hold it, you can make it curl.
9.
Yours didn't do much here, eh?
It's the people that play tight ice and whip it that don't have confidence in the ice. If you know that spot, why not? It gives you a much better chance of success if you can pick that soft weight.
Yes, yes, yes.
Chance to use these corners.
Megan Walter.
Whoa.
Whoa, go for the back.
Stop.
Brock.
Whoa.
Kens.
Elias.
Okay, Meg.
Just cranked it.
Soft release on that intern.
Yeah, because I don't really
Right
have
here.
That was my first thought.
Just top
Like
8.
half 8 foot. We just
Okay,
gotta
okay.
be deeper than this yellow one.
Yeah. My first thought was like similar to LSD.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the speed will be the same, so if I give you a couple
Yeah.
feet less.
I think that's close.
This choking off the draw around the corner, in my opinion, is a really hard shot, Russ. You're a foot light in your top 12, you act as a guard. If you're a couple of feet deep, you're on the tee line, and it's something the opposition can freeze against.
Okay, so what else could you do, if anything?
You could go to the middle, Vic. You could try to be side 4 foot
It's close.
away from those guards.
Kind of thought there.
I guess you leave the double, though, is the problem.
No, but you're right. It's got to be good.
Line only.
This is the best result if you can get it into that little small piece of
Lins, go. Lins, punch
real
it,
estate.
Punch it. Punch it and roll. Whoa. Okay.
That was an audible. They were trying to get that by and get it top 8, and they knew it was going to wreck, so they were hoping to
Close.
carve it over and kick that yellow open, but it didn't do it.
All right, there's those 2 stones at the back, too. Down one, just back edge 8. If you're looking for the hit and roll underneath, you have to worry about a jam, possible.
Yeah, but you also might make the double or the triple. Like the key here, I think, with Hammer is this is a great opportunity. If you could roll this buried, it should make some noise at the back, but it could help you.
Rock. Once again, Elias, now Rock. Here we go.
Big roll.
And they're going to roll it away.
That's fine.
The other intern curled a bit.
Over, do you think?
So they weren't able to get across the nose. I thought that was the intent.
Yeah.
The other way, yes. I believe they're trying to roll buried, Joanne.
Yep.
Which best is
You
like
try to get buried, you might have caught the double on the way by.
Yeah, it'll be more like here,
I think I throw. I'm thinking control.
but I like control.
Yeah.
Roll a little bit flatter than board.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't roll the way they wanted to, but they rolled in front of the BC rock in the back of the 8 foot. So if Clancy doesn't roll here, there will be a double available for Kate Cameron.
Yep.
Control.
Okay.
Roll.
Rolling all the way.
Ideally to edge on the other.
Ontario and Holman finishing first, of course, tuning up for the playoffs, leading only 1-0. And the final stone coming up here for Nova Scotia. That's Heather Smith's team, but Jill Brothers throwing the last.
And they have not had a lot to work with. When they have, there's been some great shots made by the Holman team. Rachel making a double and rolling out on her final. So this is trying to use the guard, make the split
Wow.
for 2.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Hard.
Look at this. Look at this. Very nice.
Great shot.
Oh, yeah. For 2.
It's the same shot. I'm like, it's pretty much what you just threw. That was rotation. Yeah, I know you have to throw rotation.
Yeah, I don't
Clancy,
know
she
how
just
far. I
can't
saw you
find
hit
it, eh?
but I don't know which way you hit it, but I don't think it matters.
Too much adrenaline, I think.
I think we want to do this, right? I like that. 10? Nose is fine. Let's not
To
overdo it.
remember, she's also relatively new to the skipping position, played 3rd for a really long time. Last year was her first year skipping.
A year ago went 6-4. And Kamloops.
It's a hard thing about learning to play under
10.
pressure.
No, I would like to roll. If we flop on
You
top,
only
we'll
get
hardly
it with
hit you.
experience, and
Nose is the miss, obviously, but do you think this is minimum?
the fight or flight response can kick in, and it takes a long time to figure out how you deal with it.
And it's maybe a good thing they have Marcel Rock on the bench, because I'm sure that would be one of the things he'd talk to her in particular team about.
It's also exposures. The more times you play in big games like this, the less your brain panics.
Whoa. High five. Yep.
Kate Cameron.
Yep. Hard. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Yes. Yes. Whoa.
Sit.
Oh, will it? Will it? Will it?
Good. Good.
Oh, it's close.
Why were they brushing that one?
Got a little too cute with it.
Gross. Okay, good. I was just a little big then?
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
I hit like a thin 3/4. Meg, was I hard?
9-9.
Okay.
That's
looks
harder
awful.
than that, but yeah.
All right, but 9-9 means what to them? What does 9-9 say?
The time from hog to hog is 9.9 seconds. So they'll relate that to the weight that they wanted to play. I'm assuming it was about a 10-second hit. So she's wondering, did it roll like that because I was heavy? If you throw it harder, it's going to roll harder. Now, they're just being a little bit surprised by the liveliness or the lack of liveliness from their rocks.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. The high side rolls are fooling them. They go so far, and the low side rolls are dead. And they're, I think that was more of the problem.
I know.
Oh, that's just barely.
Yeah, so they have to make a play.
Yeah.
Can't take the chance.
Could hit and flop on top of your own here if you're Clancy Grandy, and then negates the shot stone top 12.
Close, yep. Close, yep. 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 Hard. 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 Hard.
Looking all the way, never let off. And nearly laid it on top, but spins to the back. And
Good weight.
Right.
so it, for all intents and purposes, open draw for 2.
Good sweep.
That's a good throw.
Okay. High 4. Draw to the button?
Yeah.
Okay, just got to be through.
Okay.
I'd say you have backing, but you literally don't even have a millimeter to roll off of either of those, really. So
Yeah, let's just draw the 12.
yeah,
We got it.
4-5 will stop. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, that would surprise me if you're even thinking about using the backing, Russ.
Yeah, that's a bad thing to get in your head, too.
Okay, come close. Max
four.
right
Oh, is that
now.
what you said?
Back 4. Back 8. We need this. Yeah. Yep.
It's a draw for 2.
Past it.
Oh, it's going to curl too much, so they got to be careful to brush this.
4-2. Yeah, it's
Sit.
really got to sit. Okay, you're good.
Wow.
Good.
And a nail biting back 8.
I think there's a good
Deep breath. Picks up 2 for the lead.
Sorry, we did.
Yeah, I know, but I was like,
The final evening of round robin play at this year's Scotties. We have 5 of the 6 playoff teams. We know them. One more to be decided right here. The winner of this one, BC's Grandy, Manitoba's Cameron. And Manitoba with the lead after scoring 2. We go to 5, and once again it is Grandy from the Vancouver Curling Club with Last Rock playing the Red Stones.
Get it there. Keep the finish.
get it there. Good. It's there. It's over there. Yeah. Great pair. 6.5.
3 perfect stones.
That's just like a 2, 3.
Tight 2.
High 3.
Asking just about almost 5 feet of ice given here by Clancy Grandy. So it's still going to the corners late in the week beautifully.
6.
Line only.
6. I want you to clean still, I think. 6.
Top 4. T. Line's good. Top 4. Lindsay's rock.
Curling hard.
Boy, it literally just
T-line.
snaps
Yeah.
maybe
Top
a couple of feet in front of the logos there.
That might even overcurl.
Okay, Sarah, that's good.
Wow. Break point comes really quickly.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's deep in the house too. If Kate doesn't deal with that corner, there's room to lob a few more.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
It's there.
I don't mind a high one.
I'm a high guard then. High.
This is the $64 question, isn't it? Do you chase that because you're 2 up, or do you apply the pressure by throwing a third guard or a second guard on the one in the rings?
You are a cheapskate, because most people would say the $64 million question, and you're just 64 bucks. Oh my gosh. You had to open your wallet for that.
That's right. If I brought it.
Wonderful game. Kelsey rocks. She's fit in so well.
Just over. We're one.
I thought her discussion with Kathy and me was terrific. And I'm here to just brush, and if Kate needs some help, then I'll offer, but I'm just a scrubber.
Okay, just be patient.
That's hard to do when you've skipped for a long time to accept that role.
Well, and she also said, Vic, about how sore and how
Oh, yeah.
much she is hurting playing third this year. All of a sudden, there's a lot of stones to be swept and 10 ends to do it.
It's okay. It's hard to judge those when it's so fast.
Now played with Beth Peterson.
Curl. Curl. Make it move. Make it move. Gotta go. Curl. Gotta go. Gotta go. Okay, good.
Dubé opens it up.
Okay.
If you rip, that's fine. 9.
What turn is that? That's this turn, right? Oh. Okay.
This peel and roll call for us is really hard, in my opinion.
Oh.
To roll perfectly to the center line, tough to do. If you over-roll, you give your opposition another corner to come around.
Or at least we can throw another guard on it for now.
It's early enough in the end. Maybe just straight peel.
Or do you ever try chasing? And if you
Yeah,
rock
that's
on the guard,
it. With that much curl, it's probably there.
still on the rings.
Meg, go, Kent. You got to go all you got. All you got.
Roll it, nothing. Oh,
Go,
no.
go, go, go. Hard.
BC Stone push it to the backs. 12. It was mentioned last evening of round robin play, and Grandy started well and continues to play well at 5-2. It's the hiccups. That's why we had some worry about Cameron. After her 2 wins, she dropped 2, then win, loss, and then win. So a little lack of consistency after starting well. But here she is, playing for a spot, the last spot in the playoffs.
Trying to brush this and get a bit of a roll behind the corner.
It's good when it's it.
Very nice.
To sit 2 and you have last rock.
It's a call.
Yeah.
Good sweep. Yeah.
Have to think a 2 here for Team BC would be huge for momentum going into the break. Skipper's not quite feeling comfortable yet, but you can take that break at the 5th end and say, okay, it's a tie game. Got 5 ends to play.
It's interesting, both these teams did play a lot. Both of them 13 events, so that's why the numbers are so high for the respective skips.
It's funny in hearing about these team seasons, though. Grandy's team adding events because they weren't qualifying. Cameron's team had a really good start to the season, so suddenly they got into the Grand Slams, and they added events because they qualified and weren't expecting to play those extra 4 events. And if you ask Kate, she says, I think that was for sure too many, but you can't turn that that invite.
No. It's all about chasing points.
Chasing points.
More than I had
And,
last time, but it's a different path.
Exposing your sponsors.
Maybe just a hair less.
Right, so
I'll come up here, but
Well, and also this year, with being the last year that after the provincials, a CTRS berth was awarded, that won't happen anymore moving forward. So I don't know if we'll see teams playing quite as much.
That's my worry. The ones that are automatically in, are you going to take your foot off the gas? And the ones that can only get in through the provincials, when do you ramp it up?
yeah. 11. Wait, yeah. 9. 11.
Really gonna go.
gotta go. Here comes that corner. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Boy, they just can't buy one, eh? We knew that hooked hard. We watched the come around go make the right-hand turn at the hog line.
Keep losing my grip on the broom.
10. And just a straight closer to the white. You got it. Yeah, it'll be smooth.
Oh, goodness.
Jesus.
Brock.
Do that really well. 9-6.
And just a
maybe.
piece, but a missed opportunity for a possible force at the moment.
As we said earlier, Vic, maybe second end, it's a shade high in the middle. And not forgiving with an outward motion. This will curl a hair more. Need something to happen for them, Joe.
Yeah, they're trying to roll behind this corner guard. You can just get
Solid
half a
board,
rock covered.
Close, big, close, big. Yep. Yep. Close.
Yeah, they need to get jump started here. This
Yes.
Grandy team need a little bit of a spark. Maybe it's here.
Anything.
I just don't know whether they're reading their ice right. They in tighter there, it's dead straight, and I think you get fooled. You go, oh, maybe this won't curl, but out wider it will.
10.
Okay. Try for the roll in.
Do we just go here?
I was gonna say.
Would we rather blank or force? Like, this is really good.
Yeah.
But knows she makes it, she gets 2. Would we rather blank or give? I think we'd rather blank, right?
Yep.
So roll to the middle?
Yeah.
Like right here?
Yep.
What would you do, Joe?
Yeah, it's well thought out by Kate. If you roll behind that corner, I would assume that Clancy would come around corner freeze and might be able to set up a skips too.
I think that
Pretty
depends
high
where
in
we
the
roll.
rings, though. It's tempting to roll.
Yeah.
Love to force them.
Through it, but
I think Kate's worry was if she tries to roll buried and doesn't roll buried.
You leave that hit and roll.
Right?
Yeah.
I got it. Well, I'd still try the run, I guess.
I don't.
I
Do you wanna
like
try to
it,
go under?
actually.
Let's try to go under,
There we
Meg.
go.
You want a hair less?
No. 10.5.
Okay. Yeah. Put some pressure
Can you
on
get
them.
that black thing right there?
It's in the ice.
This is my humble opinion. You got a Clancy Grandy team that's not sharp right now.
True.
So if you can keep the pressure on them, this may be the show. The shot to make.
Weight's good. Clean. Close. 10.5. Yep.
Should finish.
10.5.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Rock.
Hard.
Hard.
You got it. Hard.
Hard.
Walter calling line.
No roll. No roll.
No roll.
And there's the roll, and it will sit down. How's that?
Just like 10-8.
Little light.
Yeah.
I had Sarah here.
Okay, the guard's over more now.
Yeah.
Now it's a bad idea.
Although, I mean, she has to make it.
Right. Yeah.
Right, I mean,
Exactly.
it's-
Yeah.
Good sweep.
With that over roll, though, Vic, there's a window to throw to here. It doesn't have to be a perfect freeze.
That's right. Yeah. Even the full 12 partly buried.
All right, let's go back to Yukon and New Brunswick, and Melissa Adams waiting for the stone from Whitehorse skip Bailey Scott.
Well, the Yukon team is already lying 1. Melissa Adams not able to get shot, and so an opportunity for 2. She is looking for the 8-foot.
Yep. Where is it? Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard reel in. Yep.
She'll be leaving after this to play in the
All the way.
Alberta College Championship.
Well, what a great training ground at 21 years of age, going from a Scotties to a college championship. Wonderful draw weight.
And deserves a high five.
Right here. Close for finish.
Oh, look at this.
Finish curl.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Higher the better. Nice shot.
Firm.
Okay.
Do you like that?
I do.
Right here.
Do you mind if I hold it back here?
Yep.
That was the
Oh,
worry
it's
with hit and roll. I liked it, though, Vic. I really did. It's, you know, if they'd under-rolled,
Hair more.
would have been better than over-roll, but still a chance to save
Let's
themselves
try
with a run back.
Only going to throw firm.
Oh, there's nothing. You can't see a thing.
That's what I think.
Sometimes the camera is deceiving.
But it felt like a 16 kick.
Yeah.
I was like stopped at the sponge towel and like still didn't add anything. It was
Yeah.
like, good luck.
I don't think my side felt quite that quick, to be honest. But in comparison to what I'm throwing right now, this is a lot less.
Final stone, trying to run it back. Shot rock right now belongs to
No.
Grandy.
Curl. It's just falling.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Okay, good throw.
And away it goes, and so they'll
That's fine, Kate.
draw for their 2.
Yeah. Okay, Sarah was like edge button.
Yeah, same
Okay,
call.
this is
Joe's looking at me
similar.
like, so you wanted to play the hit and roll. See what happens?
Well, that was Joe's point, eh? Keep it open. Of course, you know,
Play the
Strategy is so subjective because if they tried to
the
roll
shot
the
you
other way.
make. If you miss a shot, you're easy to question the call.
Yeah.
If you make the shot, no one asks any questions.
Exactly.
That's the classic strategy debates in curling.
You look at Jennifer Jones, probably the most aggressive player ever. You look at Colleen Jones, probably the most defensive player I've ever seen in my life.
Both won a ton of games.
12 titles.
This is by far her worst game of the event so far. 67% earlier against Jennifer Jones, now at 47. But drop this in the 8-foot and nobody will care.
T line. T line, curling a hair more. T line, 15-3. Can't hurt it. Can't hurt it. Can't hurt it.
Hands are slipping.
Good. That's interesting she plays that way, but just having to throw that same path. Picks up 2. Will go to the brink. The winner will get into the playoffs.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Well, there you see Taylor McDonald expecting her first child, so not playing, and that's why Kelsey Rock has come on. Join this team, skipped by Kate Cameron under the Grandy Curling Club in Winnipeg. As we check the numbers after 5.
Tied 3-3, but it's been all Team Cameron with Grandy flashing blank attempt, giving up that steal out of nowhere, but took advantage of a slight mistake from Kate, getting the skips 2 in the 5th end. Clancy's going to need to pick it up in the second half here.
Tied at 3. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. This is it, and listen to the coach, and no better, Marcel Rock. Yeah, just 6 teams, of course, and it all begins tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. These are the Page qualifiers, so we're starting to cross over. And it is Selena Sturmey from Alberta, went 7-1. She'll play Jennifer Jones. Also on the ice, Holman against Anderson. My goodness, you'd expect to see something like that in a final. And then they will again advance winners to playoffs, as the Page playoffs begin after that. 3-3 as we welcome you back. And Manitoba and Kate Cameron will have the last drop, playing the Yellowstones.
3 still.
Higher than that one. Yeah.
It's trying. Careful, it's sliding.
Just to the line.
We're tight on its own.
Okay. Line's closed. Just has to sit, I think. Close for a bit of finish.
Hair off. You can go a bit.
Little bit. Yep. Good, okay, good. Yep.
Okay. Okay, 15.
Heard comments about how fast the speed is tonight. And the mop in the 5th end break expected to glide a little bit better. Nighttime draw though, so sometimes
I think
3rd game of the day, more people in the building. You'd start to watch for some slowdown.
Yeah, a little sooner breakdown, eh?
Well, it's been a warm day. It's a little cooler out there now, but they're expecting some record highs tomorrow. And that wind today was right off the mountains. So that's an indication of
You gotta go.
a Chinook.
You gotta go wide. Hard, you can't touch this. Hard. Keep going. You're by. Keep going.
Wow.
Little more.
Great spot.
Great sweep. He touched that red off the center line, and everything goes back.
That's right.
3 to
Wouldn't have
Buddy.
taken much.
Yeah. What you gave us 2 ends ago was close then, I think. Joe, I think it was a 14.
3 to 2. Volusia leads Jones, and an update with Kathy.
Well, that biter at the back was there with the guard, and so Joanne Rizzo thought no point in hitting it out. She went around the guard, and maybe a third was open. Jennifer chased, but she wrecked on the guard, and that is why there's an opportunity here for 2, as long as her stone is in more than maybe half.
Volusia skips, throws leads. Joanne Rizzo throws fourth. Margot Fleming on the left. Dr. Sarah Colton on the right. And there you go. What a nice chat with Sarah before the game. And she is, her residency is in Kamloops. And she had her interview for the residency last year during the Scotties. And yeah, so she took time and went in, had their meeting and interview, and is now a resident. Initially family medicine, and then hopes to specialize. So we wish her the very best.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What a come around. I think it was supposed to be the corner freeze.
Yeah, they called the audible there.
Oh.
Just 2 lateral.
All right, Kathy, bring us up to date on some of the other games, please.
Well, in a very low-scoring game, that risk that Jill took from Nova Scotia to split could be the difference. Homan's team is looking very, very clinical. It is a family fair. The 5th player, the alternate for the Scoffin team, is Bailey's mom, Helen Strong, who's shooting an 85% game, and the comfort of the team now from New Brunswick. Unfortunately, it's too late. Jennifer Jones is playing with patience, but against a Rizzo who is very, very good tonight. Missed opportunities for Grandy, and back to 4 for Cameron. They've got all their horses on the ice, hoping to use them.
Little deeper. Breathe as long as you can. With the red. We're almost to the red now.
An unfortunate wick on the way by there.
You can go, you can go, keep going, keep going. Good. Okay.
Breathe in, even if you get this going.
Is that the play, Russ, to get the both off the center?
Yes, yeah, I think so. And you could play it the other way too, like with the intern thin. This is easier. You might knock this left hand, the lower red one, into the rings this way though. But it's all about opening it up for Kate right now.
Kelsey Brown. Mackenzie Elias. 1, and then across the top. She thought maybe they would catch that red and push it towards the.
Just move it out of the way. Would it? Yeah. They. I think Kate senses a little momentum turn here, and they don't want to give up a steal here.
Yeah. Split center. Yeah.
That 2 kind of came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, the team that wasn't nearly playing as well is right back in it.
2. A little bit through it. 2.
I thought fine.
Felt pretty
Kayla
accelerating.
McMillan.
Easy.
I always found in this situation that you feel like you're the better team. Sometimes you're biased. You give it that crazy 2, and if you ever give up a steal here,
Oh yeah, watch
you
out.
just don't, a blank here or a score, and then you just like, hey, we're still in control.
Yeah, with that come around coming to top button, there's really no offensive play in my opinion. You have to open it up here.
I think you need to hit it thin and just plant that.
If you can make the double peel, like Kate said, across the top and plant the red one to the left-hand side of the screen, you'll have a couple corner guards to work with if you can clear out the middle in the rings.
Yep.
Out of her hand, picked up right away.
Whoa. Roll the yellow.
That's good.
Opens up that center line.
Good shot.
Put it
Big
back
speed
up.
on that.
I can give you the same.
Throws that hard.
Yeah, she can throw them hard.
Without even trying.
Rock there.
No addition of weight on extension, so you don't see the crazy fall back off the line if anything's slightly off target.
Yeah.
It's all leg drive.
That's the way it should be, in my opinion.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I thought
stay
maybe
strong.
a little less, if anything.
2.
Little less, if
Just
anything.
the 2. 2.
Really good situation with only 6 rocks left to get the steal possibly here for BC.
You gotta get to here, guys.
Hard, everyone.
Gotta get to here.
Everyone.
Hard, curl.
As they put up the center guard on our sheet, and UConn sitting 1 back of the 4 foot, facing New Brunswick and the team from Fredericton, Melissa Adams.
Well, that shot stone was Bailey's final stone. Played the draw around. Melissa seems to feel that if she can get through the port, she'll get the finish to chip it out sideways and attempt for 3.
Yeah, I think if you get through that window with not too much more than board weight, it runs right into that, and there's a nice angle to chip it out.
Adams. Molly Ward. Kendra Lister. First things first, got to get through. Get through. Get through. No. And it'll be a steal of 1.
One red. Shot. Good. That's pretty good.
Nice shot, Meg. Nice shot, Meg.
Really good shot. Couldn't see much of that.
Great sweep. There are 2 rocks to get rid of us, right?
Yeah, it's just we have to be careful that we don't make something easier for her. I think right to it is best.
I think so too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, I think they were hoping with that hit and roll to keep that the yellow that's in the 8 foot. They were hoping it wouldn't roll over to the left-hand side, that it would stay in the middle of that port so that they could use it.
Right. Yeah, they can't quite get at the 8 foot rock and raise it towards the button.
Got to out count those other ones.
Yeah. Got to be at least full 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same speed as what I played in last time.
Some people might be tempted to hit this yellow top 8 foot, but I think the easier play is the draw.
Yeah, absolutely, because you can't raise that, as you pointed out, you cannot raise that yellow towards the pin.
Skip stones here in 6.
Not close.
Top 4.
Fancy Grandy.
A little less than what I gave you.
Beautiful draw on her first last end to generate the skips 2.
Top, play the speed. Top 4. Top 4, line only. To it. No, then.
Close for finish.
Top 4. Sarah, if you can.
Line it up, guys.
Hard start, Sarah.
Get it there.
Sarah. Lock it on, lock it on.
Lock it on, bring it right down to it.
Go. Nice, really good.
Good. Good placement, guys.
Good sweep.
Good sweep. Nice throw.
Good call.
Skips deuce last end and Skipper's back.
Do you agree? They got a guard for their lives?
Yep.
Okay. It's almost nose.
Yeah, it's
right?
really close.
She's going to do the same thing, but
I think it's.
I guess we want to try to hit this as thin as we can.
Yeah.
And then maybe.
Yeah, and then she has to put the perfect guard. You might even be able to dig it.
The double's there. You got to get the one that was just thrown thin. You got to hit maybe half of it to get half of the back one. Maybe even
Try
less.
to get one of them
Joanne.
off. I don't think we can get both.
Yeah.
Maybe get both moving, but.
Got to hit it almost on the nose. Your shooter's not going to go anywhere.
True.
You got a peek.
Just roll my guard, I think, Kels.
Okay.
It's just angled a bit. If you could hit it on the our right-hand side, the top 4 foot rock, I think you can get them all.
In some trouble here as we play 6. Kate Cameron. Thinking right on the nose will work. Right on the nose will work. Will it work? Oh, and just a little bit.
But they're okay.
Drives it by.
Yeah.
Didn't come up enough for her?
No. Those are tough. Those are so
Two.
tough.
Really good throw.
Thought that would curl a hair on the
too.
line, but we can't nose and nut it all. But
Nothing on the right-hand side either. A good guard here.
Well, that's the thing too now. The pressure's on this guard.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if you somehow miss the guard wide, Kate can get 2 or 3.
depth of this guard isn't as important as the line.
Line's good. 3.
Clancy Grandy.
Tight,
Tight. Close for finish, I think.
room.
Sarah.
Sarah's rock.
Sarah.
Sarah, go.
Guys, you got to get to the line.
Across the
You gotta
line.
cross the line.
You should get to the line easy.
Right here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're there. Whoa. You're there.
Good.
Well, it's tighter.
Nice pair.
Now, do you play that run back again?
Yeah, I have to. I don't see anything else, Joanne.
You could draw to the full 4 foot and give up a steal of 1.
Right.
You miss the run back, it's a 2 steal.
Yeah, if you ever miss the run back to our left, it's a 3 steal.
Yeah.
But I think this Kate's much more comfortable here. The draw's tricky too.
You just saw it once.
Yeah. And it's, strategy's out the window on the last one. It's which one are you going to make?
It's also like 6 feet deeper, I think.
Okay. You got it.
About an inch high side. He wasn't that far off.
Didn't curl up with her first. Trying to run it back.
Yes!
BC
Hard.
sitting 2.
Hard, Ken.
Elias
Hard, Ken.
holding it up. Here we go. Oh, and not enough. She touched them all. Couldn't push it out.
Very, very nice. Gets that any thinner,
Only I could throw that
you
harder.
might have scored 2. But you're kidding with the yellow one. Great throw.
Just no jump of that stone that was squished in the middle. Steal 1. Grandy's in the lead. Wow. There's no question who they're cheering for.
Those are my people.
Your
Yeah.
people. My gosh. Yeah. Oh, always gotta be on the phone. Oh, maybe a future Scotties. Hi there. How are you? Crowds have been good. Lots of young curlers here. Last week was Family Day Monday, earlier this week. So it's really been enjoyable to have a full building, and considering the fact that many of us here were in the bubble of 21, playing in front of and commentating on cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, what a difference.
So steal 1. BC leads it. Grandy, Manitoba, Cameron. Once again, last rock playing the Yellowstone.
That steel point, Vic, was a angle freeze on a rock that was top 8, and it was a little bit heavy, and Kate Cameron called the audible, and they brushed it all the way down. Sorry, BC brushed it all the way down, and somehow buried it around a rock almost in the 4 foot right to the pin, and it stayed to the entire end.
It's good heads-up management. Sweepers, sometimes you see it, oh, it's all there, oh, it might come down, but they made a call, and they stuck with it, and paid off.
That's an art. It really is, because it's so easy in a big game like to go, well, maybe it'll slow down, maybe it'll curl. You'll make something out of it.
Yeah, and sometimes you're wrong, but
Sure.
that's how you learn.
We're backy.
Whoa. Backy.
Backy.
Back 12. Yeah, I think it's just too much. Caitlin's.
Hey.
Freeze another one.
Yeah. Or just like full
Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Jennifer Jones facing 3 with her last.
Well, they tried to leave, they being Jennifer Jones, stones around to find a way to maybe get a jam or an opportunity, but not so much, says Team Galusha. And on her final stone, Joanne Rizzo hit and rolled to the side. That's why it's 3. Jennifer's electing to hit. A nose hit will be fine.
And it is for the single, but it's still Galusha.
Sorry.
I'm not looking very happy or comfortable. I wonder if there's this little bit of a turnaround, this spark. Certainly comes from good shot making by Grandy, but I wonder, Joe, if there was something in that little talk with Marcel Rock during the 5th end break that may have added something to them, made them more comfortable with the ice. I mean, he was waving that hand like he was conducting a symphony. But, I wonder if there's something in that.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be coached by Marcel for 4 years, and he is so intense and so passionate, but when he's all in on a team and he's in your corner, he can build you up. He can help you find your confidence when you've lost it, and that's the guy you want when you're not feeling comfortable on the ice. His team didn't have anyone really to work with until it was November 24th. He had a training weekend with them. And that's what you need when you're in these moments.
It's a hair high.
And again, congratulations to the entire Furby team for their induction into the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame.
What a team.
Marcel was saying, we didn't know how big a deal this was, but then you get there and you're going up to the podium and Gretzky's coming down from the podium. Oh no, this is some big deal. Rattle them around.
Okay. Get out. Get it out. Get out.
And it just will hang around.
I think we just knows this.
Well, unfortunate they connected in the house but didn't actually remove anything.
Yeah, it's hard to believe with that speed.
10. Sure. Got it, Kels. Okay, 10. I think you'll see a hair more curl on this side. Okay.
Pretty nice angle here. You can hopefully take the liberty once you know you're hanging around here with Kelsey's that you roll somewhere and stop a double.
Yes! Yes! Yep. Hard!
So Kate's trying to do roll it as far as you can. Some work to do for BC now.
Oh, wow. That's good.
I want to stick around.
Yeah.
But there's not a ton of action off.
Probably easiest with Peel.
Okay.
I think that's a good quality in a team. You're looking at 3. You don't have hammer, and the first thing I hear is we got to stick around. That could help the situation. Should help the situation. Yes, you want to make a double, but you don't just throw it as hard as you can trying to kill the enemy rocks. You want some positioning here.
Is Peel Waite the right choice, Joe?
They're calling Peel because they feel that the rocks aren't spilling very lively from the rings. That's what they feel they need.
Whoa! Whoa! Good.
And they'll get rid of 2. And it does hang around. And it may be third shot.
That's what I meant. But if it's third,
Sorry about my first.
and they've got second, you could basically eliminate that yellow one now, and all of a sudden the big score is kind of out of the picture.
It's an interesting comment. They're saying that they weren't spilling from the rings, but that was from the run back attempt that was actually, it moved a lot of rocks.
Yes.
Just throw it really hard to spill everything.
Absolutely.
They're going sideways outside of the house. That was a pretty routine double.
All right, back to Yukon against New Brunswick, Kathy.
Melissa Adams picked the Yukon stone out on her first, and so facing 2, Bailey went around. That is her draw shot at the top of the hearts. That yellow short guard, that's what Melissa is trying to run back for 3.
Bailey's made a lot of those come-arounds in this game.
Yes. Very impressive.
Here we go. And runs it by. So it'll be a steal of 1.
1 red.
We try to nose that one and keep it close. I guess if she ticks it and rolls in anyways, that's not ideal.
Yeah. I think that's the call for now.
Okay. Yep.
What do you think over there, Joe? Is it red?
I think try to
Close.
roll
I think
this
so.
one.
Okay. Kind of
Same
doesn't
difference.
matter really. Sounds a hair higher, so it might roll better.
I think it's this one.
I threw this a few wins ago.
Yeah. What kind of weight do you think? Board? Sure.
Throw board.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Thanks, board.
It doesn't really matter which one you hit here,
Yeah.
Russ. Just need to get them a little bit closer together.
Should we stick around?
Kayla McMillan.
Just board. Just board.
We're seeing more and more teams throw this type of weight because you heard the comment, we have to stick around.
Hard, you gotta go. Hard,
hard, curl. No roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've always thought, Joe, the reason
Throw. Okay. Yeah.
is because
Good
the
weight.
ice,
But
the
if we ever
stones
miss,
are more lively.
three's on there.
So you don't have to throw that kind
you
of
just
weight.
go here.
Control
Like,
weight
that's really good.
will do the job, and then
Do
your
that.
rock
Hard
is
to make
around.
this and not touch this.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can use your brushers to manage that line. Don't need to be quite as perfect as when you throw it with
I
a.
think that we might be
harder
shot
weight
over
it hit.
there. I'm not 100% sure.
I think that's maybe something that's taken for granted too, Russ. The brushing has become so good with certainly the best teams. You can give the stone to them and make more shots.
The lighter you throw it, the more chance you have of getting saved by the brusher. Absolutely. Now, there's times you can't throw that weight, and that's the key, I think, is pick the appropriate weight for every single shot.
Weight's good. Whoa. Close.
I'm surprised they
Whoa.
aren't just playing like a soft
No,
weight
if you're done,
double.
you gotta
And
go, Kens.
10-8.
they must feel they can't get at that red one in the corner.
Gotta go for any of
Hard,
it.
Kens, you got it. You got it.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. You're rolling them.
And
I
you
got
are.
11.
All right, in a 2-2 tie. We know Rachel Holman will finish first in this pool, playing Nova Scotia and Heather Smith, but Jill Brothers throwing the fourth rock.
And this is the force. There's a little biter on the outside. Nova Scotia got caught on a hit when it got caught on their own stone that was just out of the house. Rachel drew in on her final stone. So for Jill, she'll need a bite of the forefoot to score.
From the Halifax Curling Club, Marie Christensen, Erin Carmody on the rush, and coming up light. And one yellow it is. Holman heading to qualifying showdown with Team Canada and Carrie Anderson tomorrow.
Hard. Yeah. Hard, Sarah. You gotta go. You gotta go.
Sarah Logan, Dubé joins her now. Watch out the jam. Oh, and there it is.
Yikes.
Clancy's made some
really
beautiful
think light out of her hand,
draws,
did you?
really well placed guards last end. It's just her hitting that is letting her down a little bit.
Sure what happened there?
The first half she was throwing everything heavy, and I think they've talked about it, and that one just a hair light. You knew what she was trying to do.
Mag, I think I like 11.
You can't make that cross ring because of that Yellowstone.
Right. Okay. But you can now sit two.
The double, and that's close. I think it's them, but it's still close.
You want to roll away, do you, Joe? Or you want to sit there?
Yeah, you want to roll away to the left-hand side of the rings. Just if you sit right there, there's a double available for Team BC.
All right. If you could somehow roll right back as deep as you can, there'd be no double, but that's a little scary.
Pair more. Got it.
Careful here. You just watch Clancy Grandy's over curl, but it's only at half weight. So sometimes you think it really curls here. You forget the actual lack of speed that was thrown.
Whoa. Yeah. 10.5. 10.5. Or pretty big. Whoa. 10.5. No. Roll. Yep.
Whoa.
And it'll finally stop. Sitting the 2.
11. Just try to make a good
Nice shot.
Yeah.
board.
Okay. Are you going to throw similar weight or hair more? Similar? Okay.
That's so tough to get that angle, and if you tried to hit it this way with your red one redirecting, that is equally tough. So the only thing left is to hit it and try to roll into this type of area, and that would make it tough on Kate.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a double Vic,
Yeah,
but it's,
I did.
there is, like it's a quarter rock, but can you imagine if you whip by?
And that's something that we saw a number of years ago. Didn't Rachel Holman play something very similar? That thin double at the back of the. What event was that? Remember?
It was the Scotties in the
Okay.
final.
Okay.
10th end, had no choice.
It gets Kate Cameron.
Would have chosen something else if we could have.
Go skinny. Skinny. Straight.
Going the other way now.
Dubé. No. Oh, went across.
Sorry.
And now suddenly they will have a chance for three.
I don't know what you do with that red one, though.
You just have to touch it.
Yeah, you could touch it sideways with an in turn. You got to decide if it's worth it.
You just actually feather it.
Do you guys like trying it?
You can get one in a hurry here, though, Vic.
I'm sorry, pardon?
Trying it.
Yeah.
You can get a single this way, too.
By killing your own, you mean? Yeah.
Or
flashing it all together.
I guess the safe shot is throw T-line. If it ticks, it ticks.
You got it.
I think I'm just throwing T-line here.
That's what we said too.
There you go.
If you whiff it, at least it's still for
This
two.
is probably max line, but
Throw T-line, you let your sweepers do the work. Let the line caller figure it out.
Yep.
If it doesn't curl enough, you still get your 2.
I felt like I gave you similar speeds out of my hand, but they ran quite different. So.
yeah, that was back 8.
And we didn't touch that.
So I'm seeing like 4-7, 4-8.
Yeah.
So
I like
easy to
that.
overthrow this, though, Russ.
That's what I was getting at. It's
That 2 would be really big right now.
Yep.
It's a big hair right there.
But I think Kate's all aware of that. Just throw T-line. Unless it over curls completely, and with that much ice, I don't see that happening. You've got your 2, so it's not nearly as risky. But most people, Vic, maybe throw like a back line-ish at this, and if they whip right by it, it's a 1. You have to get the 2.
I thought you were like,
Right now they do
T-line,
have
guys.
1.
Just sweep for
If
T,
they
no
can
more.
just
We're
touch
trying
that
it. Line's
BC
not
stone.
We're T plus.
Kens. Just Kens.
Hard Kens.
Kenzie alive.
You gotta sit for 2 though.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
We're sitting.
And
Good, that's fine.
there you go.
Well thrown.
You
Gave
wanna
it a good
measure or do you
try.
want to
I
take
think
a
you
look?
should measure them.
Yeah, she will.
And they will. They're going to call for the measure just
Way to play it.
Yeah, we can measure.
because. So that's 2.
If it's worth the measure, just do it.
Can we get a measure, please? Good throw, Kate.
What do you think? My first thought is red, but
Yeah. I think so, too, but it is close.
Good end, guys.
Yeah, I think I was safe, but like also we need 2 points
Yeah,
for sure.
you can't whiff that.
No.
Well thought out.
Get it? We talked about that in the opening about Kate Cameron, her demeanor on the ice. She was playing really scared to start the week, but I love seeing that out of a skip.
Yeah.
Looking for those extra points, but not losing her head about it.
If it's red, that stayed in the rings because you remember BC saying, well, try the double, but let's not roll out. And they didn't by the smallest of margins, maybe.
Yep. Are you ready?
Yep.
yeah, we're ready. Thank you. From Manitoba, Cameron
Just past 2 1/4.
to BC Grandy.
Okay.
Oh, no
Yep.
question. And there it is.
Yep.
So she
Too
made
yellow.
sure of her 2. It's a nice way to reply after giving up the steal. The winner will be in the playoffs.
Oh, is that what she said?
So who will it be? British Columbia, Clancy Grandy from Vancouver, or Kate Cameron and the Manitoba team from the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg? One of them will claim the 3rd and final spot out of the Pool B and set up the final 6 for the playoffs starting tomorrow with the Page qualifiers. Right now, advantage Manitoba. Cameron with a deuce in 7. Here in the 8th, it's BC that has last rock playing the Redstone.
T-line, lanes, go!
Still T.
Hard!
Back eight.
Hard! Back 8! Hard!
Alright, try to move it.
Hard!
Gotta touch it,
Hard!
gotta touch it.
Hard!
Roll it. Go,
Rolling it
go,
off.
go.
And rolling it back. Doesn't find its way under that tight corner.
Okay, Linz, you're gonna have to make 2 good ones here.
Yeah.
Sure. Great, you got it, Kels.
Interesting how they're
Both
complete
sides look
opposites
tight,
when it
so-
comes to
Okay,
draws
well,
and
this looks
hits.
better then.
Okay, like
Yep, their numbers that average out to just 4 points difference.
Close. Close. Yep. Whoa. 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 Close.
You want to group it or roll it away?
I think they're trying to roll under, but
Straight. Just big? Yeah, 9-5.
they were looking to roll towards the center line. Called the audible at the end, trying to roll behind the corner.
She's done a marvelous thing. You know, you talk about players that have to come in. We've talked about Kristen Karwacki, who at the last moment on the opening draw gets the call. And then, of course, a little more time to prepare and work together with the team, Kelsey Rock.
Okay, go speed. Yeah.
Wait's
Back
good.
line. Whoa.
Just through.
Can't see a ton of this thing.
Heard the sweeper say throw the speed.
Excellent.
All right, Kathy, once again, it appears that Yukon has New Brunswick in some trouble.
Well, they do. There was a short yellow guard that Melissa tried to run back onto the yellow-red combo on her first, but just peeled the guard. And then the red guard that is up there protecting it was the final stone thrown by Bailey Scoffin.
Like a 10.
Trying to run her own corner guard in.
Okay. Here we go. If you got this, you may have this. Oh, no,
so
she just goes across the top. And it's a steal of one more.
That was a whisker away from making at least for one.
Close. 10. Close. 10. Shit. Whoa, then. Whoa.
It's chased by Lindsay Dubé. I don't think she could have done much better. She rolled a little bit into the open.
Nice shot.
Rock was fully buried.
Sorry, we switch and then you
I got 10-5.
Just like now that we have both sides open.
You think you can play to that?
Okay.
Yeah, tapping that buried rock and staying, it just changes the whole. Now you go back on the offense.
Yeah, I'm
If you're
thinking
Team
back
Grandy.
4 to back 8 to keep a good angle on here.
Okay, that was like hack.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
one just through.
Yeah. Hack. Yeah.
Okay.
You just said a bit Quentin back. Max back? Yeah, I agree. Especially in that spot.
I liked it. Back 8.
Line.
Back 8. Back 4.
Whoa.
Back 8. Back 12.
Whoa.
Little big.
Whoa.
Back 12. Back
Sarah.
9.
Curl. Hard, Sarah.
Gotta go. Make it move.
Hard.
Make it move. Go.
Whoa.
Nice shot. Another nice shot.
Good sweep.
They would have loved to freeze to it, but the center guard was in the way.
Yeah.
11.
It doesn't look like a tight port, but it is.
Good shot.
12. Then you will roll on.
Okay.
Hey, you got it, Meg.
Do you see it moving
Same
here?
weight as you did coming this way.
Okay. That was at 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait's close.
Yep.
A little big.
Whoa. Yes.
Megan Walter
Whoa. Yes.
has fought through her illness so far.
Right to it. Right to it. Right to it.
Got it by. Oh, they did. They did. What a good scrub. And at the back, we'll move that BC stone just to the edge.
Oh, that's interesting.
Way to be there, Kels.
Though I kind of like hitting.
Do we
and
do
rolling,
that
yeah.
now?
I like that.
Play board.
Sure.
Gotta roll.
Yeah, we haven't really seen this. Clancy's came up here in like the second end, so
Yeah.
just stay close. Yeah. I think my weight's been good. Yeah.
Try to roll it underneath center.
It's good.
Big roll, group the stones, try to get their biter in the back to count later.
Hard, girl.
Girl, sir. Gotta go.
Gotta go, Sarah. You're really close.
Sarah Logan.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep
How
going.
close are you, Sarah?
Hard.
Not very.
11.
No sit gives BC a thin double.
Wait.
Roll buried would be nice, but you certainly don't, as you say, group the stones now because it's the wrong color. You roll it over, you might set up a double. Probably better to miss wide side, leave the thin double than roll over and give them an easy one, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Little big. Here big. Whoa.
Megan Walter.
No. No, straight.
Now holding it up. Rock.
Just didn't need to curl.
And it curls just that little bit. About a stone.
Heads up sweeping call by Kate Cameron there. Sometimes the carve late in the game can be really effective as the ice starts to come down a little bit. So she knows the tolerance of that line call.
She's going for curl. I'm like, no, never. It's really close to perfect. Good throw. 11-1.
Okay. You could play a hack. Okay. To try to get a little bit lower. I think we still punch it.
Make sure we kill it.
Or you play it with board.
Rolling buried is still, there's still time yet. There's still enough rocks.
My first thought was board, but if we need to roll more,
you can play board.
I don't have a ton of air, so
No.
it's not like
Real
same
curl
weight.
past the guard, same weight.
Yeah. It's a little less ice, I think it's similar.
Okay.
Last of the third stones here in this eighth.
Less through it. Oh, you got to curl, Sarah.
Once
gotta
again,
curl.
it's
Curl to stick around.
Gotta curl.
Sarah
Gotta
Logan.
curl, stick
Gotta
around.
curl.
Gotta go. You gotta go. Push, push,
Gotta
push,
go.
push.
Whoa, whoa, roll it, roll it, roll it,
And
roll it,
roll
roll
it
it,
away and
Okay.
punch it through.
Just some more back.
A stubborn spot, isn't it?
Sorry, big ad. Okay, good sweeps. Thanks.
Not much to choose between her and
Nose might be better than
Walter.
right under. I gave you here and it reacted like I thought.
Okay, you got her.
Is the roll all important here underneath, Joe, or you
11. Yeah. I think
sit
I'd
there,
like
maybe
to roll
even roll
one rock
away a bit?
only.
What do you think?
But I
You,
think
you
nose
don't want to
is
roll
better than
away
right
because
under.
it's a flatter angle for the double. And
She
nose
may-
is a
she
pretty
may come
thin
under.
double.
All right.
Sounds like Kate said she wants to roll a rock.
Eggs 11
Even
didn't do much, so don't.
just
I
to
think
touch the
just don't
center
push
line.
for curl.
I think if they
That's
roll
what you need
buried now, you might see Clancy Grandy play the come around, try to get a skips too.
She'd have to, yes.
Okay.
Might as well
Yeah,
draw.
dead on. It's not terrible, is
I
it?
have to know if it like brought that one in play and then maybe have a double on your second.
I think it's just to send it over the top. You're over rolling.
Okay.
Yeah,
10.5. 10.5.
Kate Cameron, first skip stone.
Get close. Wait, good.
Rock.
Yes.
Hard.
11 3.
Hard.
No roll, no roll.
One roll. There's two stones. There's three stones and four stones. A roll
Sorry,
and it
Meg was
peaks.
right. Yeah.
Really nice spot. It's
Actually a pretty good roll.
lets you play the feather double, and it's accessible. Kate can tap that on her last one.
Like if we go here,
Yeah.
she can't hit.
No, she's gonna try to draw, but she could cue it up for this.
She could, but we're kind of having to hope.
Yeah. We could draw.
We're not talking about drawing.
Yeah.
We're talking about if we go here, she draws.
Can't play this.
Do you want to call it time?
We can get it to here instead. But
Yeah.
she can't.
Yeah, kind of show her a piece.
Yeah, it's just going
And then she
too
can't
far.
really
It's
stick
not
around.
good.
Can't roll
and then
too far,
we
yeah.
hit for two.
Yeah.
Might work, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Seeing it?
Play that board weight.
Yeah. Okay.
Does that look okay?
Forward.
Yeah, I think that'll be close.
Don't want to roll too far. Okay. It's okay to show her like half.
It's interesting because the come around, as you suggested, is a little dangerous now because that's poked out in the open.
Well, Clancy Grandy has brought her numbers up from the high 40s, but it's advantage Kate Cameron. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Okay.
Try to make the hit, roll towards the center line. Just half open or so. Get Kate Cameron to try to chase. Hope for a miss there.
Just forward. Close.
Easy board.
Just forward. Close. Clean.
Easy.
Yeah. Easy. Yeah.
Gotta go.
Easy.
Yeah.
Already got it.
Watch the jam too.
Dubé. Watch it get by that, and they did. And
Okay, that's good.
they'll sit right there. That was close to crashing.
That curled a long
think?
way.
Want to switch it out?
Okay. So like same weight?
I do, yeah. I think we know it.
Right there.
Kate, you got it, Kate.
Like
you can.
11.5.
Got basically all of it.
Try to roll under.
Yeah, I like that.
Well played
11 and a
in
half
by
again.
Kate
That's what I
Cameron,
just
because
threw, so.
they've had some nice soft shots and they're rolling to spots that just isn't giving BC that chance. Now you can roll right under with a soft weight.
Yeah. Perfect. Same speed.
Solid board, maybe?
Okay, got it, Kate.
Yeah, just enough that you can get that action.
Yeah, you got to be light enough to hit it thin enough to get underneath your own rock.
11.
Whoa, I used it all. I used it all.
11. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 10. Hard 10.
Elias.
Hard 10. Curl. Hard 10.
Elias. Here we go. Got it. Oh, and we'll push it out. But there's still that little biter down at the back edge. Hit it around
Sorry,
8
I just
o'clock.
used all of that.
Okay.
Oh, frig.
She knew it.
Hair out,
Yeah,
hair
if I
heavy.
didn't get it tight back to the line, I think it would have still got there.
Yeah.
Was my weight close?
I don't know. Yeah.
What was that?
I think close.
It's a chancer,
Yeah.
Vic.
Okay, yep.
Soft waiter. You want to make sure you hit a lot of this to get, you got to
Back to that.
That's what
bang
I
it quite a direction. You got to get it 6 feet out of the rings.
I guess some curl past the
Another
guard.
board waiter.
Yeah.
Spin curl here though.
Is that guard
Like this. Let's make it.
a problem at all, the center guard, or is it the one?
Yeah, it's the center that's the issue. But
Okay.
these are always tricky because you like to throw nice soft weight because you can't rack the way the score is, but you can't hit it thin with soft weight either. So it has to be good.
11 hack.
Final stone. That little biter. Trying to bring it into play. Dubé.
Really gotta go, Lynn. Gotta go.
Hitting it is one thing, but can you push it far enough? Now, here we go. How much action is there? Oh, she's going to roll away. Goodness. Who would have seen that? Cameron with a steal of one. Surprise, surprise. Didn't see that coming. At least hang around for one. And a frustrated look now on Clancy Grandy. And she finds herself down by 2, knowing that the winner of this one will get the 3rd playoff spot in this pool. BC will have the hammer playing the Redstones here in 9. You surprised, Joe, that that was the result?
Yeah, Team BC, they were making a lot of those finesse weight hits. They were on the other side of the sheet, but that's something that Marcel Rock really harps on is getting that top weight in, and you know they would have trained a lot of those types of shots leading into this.
Yeah, they're good at that shot. It's just, you heard Clancy after that one saying, I'm not sure my rocks are matched.
You had her over curl on her first, both the last 2 ends. So then you throw the second one a little straighter, thinking, oh, maybe I was a little soft with it.
Yeah.
So they would have gotten rid of that rock.
Yep.
Top 8.
It's good.
It's tough, you know.
Mine's good.
You might have had a read on all the rocks, and they're redone. It's quite possible. Now, she made a wonderful come around with this supposed slow rock. At the end, they got the first deuce.
Perfect.
But there was a glaring difference in the last 2 ends.
All right, back to Nova Scotia and Rachel Holman trying to tune up her game for the playoffs, Kathy.
Well, this end has been all about Team Holman. Rachel came through a skinny port to tap out the lone Nova Scotia stone. And so Jill trying to replicate that, go through that same hole. If she gets to the nose of the stone Rachel has just thrown, it will be good enough for shot.
This team from the Halifax Curling Club. Marie Christensen on the brush. Erin Carmody is there too. Buy it. Yes, you do. Coming through. Yes, you do. Got it. Oh, yes, you do for a single. Goodness.
What's going on? One red.
Interesting to know, you see Holman with 7 straight wins.
I didn't even look to see if we
The other 3 times she started with 7 straight wins. She won the Scotties final, 13, 14, and 17.
5-7.
Chicken roll?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Throw 11.
Okay. Okay.
Trying to get behind the corner, Joe. Hit and roll.
Yeah, and I think trying to keep the top yellow in play, just try to get a couple corners, get things out of the way.
Just through.
A lot of people are tempted to throw this hard. Throw peel weight, spill the middle. You lose the shooter, though, and the end's over.
Just through.
Gotta go, Kayla. Gotta go to touch it.
Gotta go to stay.
Hard. Hard.
Oh, man. There goes the corner guard.
Heavy.
You got to be kind of careful, but
Yeah.
What's impressed me with BC is that soft touch, those type of shots, and it's
that
just
one
eluded
close?
them in this particular game.
Yeah, and I thought their DNA at last Scotties was that they really wanted to be that aggressive team, to go for it, to win big or lose big, and you have to have a lot of respect for that in a team.
Yes.
It's so tempting to just throw the shot, play that normal weight, throw the one you think you're going to make, but they're committed to the style of play that they know will allow them to win championships in years to come.
Well said.
Go over.
Okay, good.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
learn a lot by these misses. You think, I played in that big game and I missed all of my finesse weights heavy, so then you can work on that the next time and know that you have to concentrate on that body speed. You don't learn anything if you just do what you're good at and keep things simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, speed's the same as it has been. It's quick here.
Well, they end up with a guard to work with, BC.
Two.
Just a 2.
I was
Sarah.
close.
2.
Line's good.
I'd like to go. Sugar tight.
Just a 2.
2.
Line's
Almost
good.
to your broom. My broom.
Just a
Easy.
hair.
I think you're here. You're here. You're here.
Oh.
Just smooth here. I don't want to disrupt this.
Okay, you got it. You got it, Meg. Nice and
Cal's
smooth.
got some curl.
Right now, shot rock does belong to Manitoba and Cameron. Megan Walter.
Lots of curl here.
Kill. Clean. Yep. Oh. Clean. Yep. Follow it. Yep. Oh, almost. Okay.
That would have been a nice to kick that out of the way.
The 4, Sarah. Yep.
Over if I don't make it. I just don't know what else.
Okay, let's update the game between Scoffin and Adams. 8-4. This young skip from Yellowknife with all kinds of pressure, looking to win her first before leaving.
Well, she was lying 2, and then she went around again. She's made some wonderful come-around draws today. This is a young woman who is 21 years old and has shown such poise and made so many great shots.
Here. Absolutely.
Melissa was looking at playing an out-turn through the hole, but it looked so tough. And from the hack, the in-turn draw to the 4-foot seems much more of an option, and that's what she's elected to do.
It's trouble.
And crash.
Back 8.
Look at that.
T.
1,
Slow
2,
T
3.
Back 4. Back 4, back 8. Trying.
And the gloves are coming off.
All right. No. Okay.
And it'll be a first win on this last evening of round robin play for Yukon and the team from Whitehorse.
That's her mom. The alternate Helen Strong. What a great way to celebrate with your mom.
Making an appearance in her second for her mom. Played in 19.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic.
Excellent game. That's right. So good. Woo.
And so now it's off to the college championship. She's out of the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology in their curling program.
Do you know what I mean?
Unless we try a big
Shannon Kleibrink runs that program.
Is my only thought, and then we could set up a triple for 3 or for 2. My thought here is right now they're dealing with these rocks. To avoid this jam, you got to hit that yellow thin, and it looks like it catches. And if you nose it, it catches there. Do we ever rip the guard or try the run? We could play this, but we could line up an auto like triple as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, removing a rock is pretty important, but
Yeah, I think removing the rock is. I think if we give up 2 here,
but
guys.
but
it's
also
not bad.
like they're still wrapping here, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to hit and lay second.
Yeah.
Do you want to call timeout? Our first thought was to play the half rock double.
That's really flat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can try it.
And if you just hit it thick and roll, then at least
You got to
it has
play
a big
this way.
deal
Like
with the
this is
middle.
really hard. I think the issue is we need to stick our shooter.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
we
if
do.
they do this, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you.
Like I kind of feel like that's what's hurting us right now, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
I don't hate that, and we play that.
Let's do
on
this
your
for once.
first.
Kate's worried about that buried one, I think.
Oh yeah, there's space to loop a few more around there. It's a great come around, way out wide, I guess, on speed.
We don't see enough of that,
Then
though.
we're really straight.
Just scary. She likes peeling that guard, but then you're leaving
What weight? 11.
A lot in the rings.
Yeah, 2 BC stones in the rings.
With a potential double up top.
In a 3-3 tie, and the pressure put on by Nova Scotia. On Holman and Ontario, it's Rachel with last rock.
And there is the shot stone underneath Tracy. You can't see on her final stone, Jill through the guard. And that is what she's trying to run back. You can see the angle, red, yellow, yellow, red.
And the roll towards the button, catching the side.
No. 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 Curl. Whoa. Whoa. And clean. Whoa. Whoa. Curl. Whoa. Curl.
Come up now, watch this. Here's the combination. Oh, and that's perfect. And 2 it is.
Good seat.
No, but I don't know if it is. Do you think it goes under?
I think it could
close.
be close.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Now, can we just try to like get to here? Maybe top this, sit 2? I don't know.
I don't think you can ever sit 2. I don't think you can sit 2 off of it without like doing that.
It's close. You have about 3/4 of that rock.
You can try to tap it.
Or half.
Yeah. Okay.
Time?
Sure. Timeout.
Or you
hit that, it goes here.
like this.
You could do that, like they're talking, but it's getting pretty late in the end.
Easier.
Well,
You could come in here.
This one I think jams more.
Do you think?
For sure.
I think this goes under if you hit it thin enough.
I think that this double jams for sure.
Okay.
Because like one option would be to do that, but the problem is this is not. Yeah.
Jam again.
If you get in there first and then do it your next
Like
one.
do this now. Try to tap it just a hair.
Well, and then there's, you know, there's lots that could happen still.
Yeah, we might just more so have to use this stagger now, I guess.
I think
Well,
so.
and you can't do anything with it, right?
Yeah.
So right now it's helping you with this first one.
Okay.
And they'll either take a chase or tap or something.
What speed
And then
do
you can
like?
try that.
What speed do you like here? Just enough to kind of
Well,
T-line to back 4?
Yeah,
Just walk it on?
just a little tap, but you got to
Yeah.
get to nose. It's all line.
Yeah.
Get as close to nose as you can.
Yeah.
Be nice to be shot.
Yeah.
I think air on the T-line to back 4 kind of side of
But
weight
we're-
in order to make sure we get shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
tap it a little, and then your other one after.
You'd love to hit roll behind the corner, but the angles are going to jam all over the place. So this is the right call for sure. Don't have to be shot, but Marcel brings up a wonderful point. You want to get the line right.
If anything, 2 feet.
If it's half on the corner, they're just going to blast it.
It gives you room to sweep it 4 feet.
Yeah.
And there's staggards up front can kind of help you if this is made. Now if you're on top here, what does Kate Cameron do?
Top 4, T.
I liked it.
T, top 4.
Mine's good.
Top 4.
Fine then.
T.
Quiet little tap. Trying to get right to the nose.
Gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta be past this.
Headed by that one. They've got to really squeak these two.
Any bounce.
And then it runs out of steam.
Just lost it on speed there a little bit. There wasn't any panic early.
Thought if anything, I gave you a little more.
We always see it slow down a bit, especially at night, but I haven't noticed it till then.
She makes this double. It's only for 1?
Yeah.
So we guard the red.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Ken's line,
Yeah.
so I think this is
Yeah,
close.
I like that. You got it. Nice path here.
Even if we show him half, it's okay. Just straight guard red?
Yeah.
They just cover the red. I think we need to take a crack at.
So when she says show them half, as I'm assuming, come across closer to the center line, show them the half on the outside.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you guard this red to yellow raise.
Like a run in there too.
Yeah.
Might see them run the guard onto the red rock though. Leave a bunch of yellows at the top of the house though.
If the 2 yellows down the middle are open, they might have to do something with that too.
What do you see in here?
The angle's a little better now.
17 even.
Hey, halfway.
Give it a sec. Just plow. Just plow.
To your broom. To my broom. To your broom. Broom.
It's gonna over curl.
No, line's good. It's staying out there.
Close,
easy.
Kels.
To your broom.
Up.
Wait's really
Kels. You gotta cover it.
Hard, Kels.
Good.
We're really deep. Keep going.
Go.
Kelsey Rock
Go. Good.
got to cover it.
Good.
And they do cover it.
Good throw, Kate.
That went forever.
6-2.
Sorry.
Leaving ourselves.
I think gets the job done.
Yeah.
No, okay, 'cause we're playing for nose, so.
It's a tough call now because if you hit this anywhere that way, it might get the backside of this red one, and that's not good at all. So I think they're going to have to
Just make the top double.
Yeah. Right on nose.
hit it thicker than that, which will jam the top one. I thought they might, this late in the game, take a risk on that.
Yeah.
Angles are just so bad.
Look at this, Kathy. Every territory stone is in play, and the shot rock back 4. That's Jones.
And that was jammed there. Northwest Territories were line shot. Joanne tried to double to get rid of it and jammed it in there, trying to come off this outside one and get to the inside.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my. Oh, terrific.
What a great shot.
The Riz. Joanne Rizzo.
Good call, Carrie. Nice joke. Good call. Really good.
Wow, that's wonderful.
It's been outstanding all game, Kathy.
Yeah, she really has been a story.
Look at that. In their final game together. And it's over as Jennifer Jones will concede the game. Joanne Rizzo outstanding as they pick up a win in their final game together, handing Jones a 6-2 record. And the Terrys and Galusha go to 3 and 5.
It's been a ride, hasn't it? Oh, I know.
11-4. Now they have.
Okay, don't play like that. tomorrow.
It's interesting now, you know.
Maybe you didn't go.
Way to go, girls. That's terrific. Ladies, wonderfully done. Final game together. Kalusha not sure if they will, she will play again.
Well, this is Joanne Rizzo's final Scottie, final game.
Well, this, in a sense, is like a walk of champions for them. And enjoy the moment.
What a way to end it with that shot.
Joanne Rizzo, Margot Fleming, Dr. Sarah Colton, and Carrie Galusha. And a longtime teammate, Shona Barber, on the bench along with Kevin Cooey. Galusha beat Jones at the 2009 Scotties. Interesting, Galusha part of history here at this year's event, coming back from a record 7 down to Danielle Inglis of Ontario to win the game. Biggest comeback ever.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great win. Yeah. Okay.
Kate Cameron made a tap on her last. Try the run, double, spill everything for.
Yeah, if you get the left yellow really thin, it could go across the top.
Let's go, you got it.
Bullet weight, feather tick the left one onto the right one, and the yellow you're raising will go out of there like a scared rabbit if you get it just perfect.
Here we go. And we'll push it back. And what it is. Getting closer. Right now it's an advantage, Cameron, for that last playoff spot. Well, Joanne Rizzo signing some autographs, and we elected to make this our key shot of the night. Her final stone in a Scotties.
Absolutely perfect. Big time weight for the veteran. Kicks that over, gets the 2-legged eyes.
Look at that, and the smile that go along with it. Carrie Galusha, as we mentioned, the team not going to play further. She may, hoping to play with her daughter. And of course, Jennifer Jones. This will be her last Scotties. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. As we have completed a couple of games. So 7-4, Manitoba, Cameron leading. Have stolen the last 2 points. We go to 10. BC, Grandy with last rock, playing the Redstones.
Okay, that's fine.
I could heal anyways, so yeah, while we can. Same as it has
You've got
been.
staggered rocks in the rings and one at the back, so you're tempted to get to the back, but you can't with either turn. So go around the corner.
Yeah, you know that Kate Cameron will be calling a couple appeals, so you can use that later in the end.
Absolutely. You go around this corner, they peel the corner, then you can go to the back one with the in turn. It'll be open then.
Not the best setup here for Team Cameron with these rocks in the rings, Russ.
Nope. This is always the quickest spot.
We're back on its own. Okay.
Wanted to keep carving that, eh?
Just the one's fine. Got it, Kels. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. 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 Yep. Whoa. 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 It's going under. Good. Good.
Right around. Just pick a little.
Well, it was a game that started off slowly. Both teams leaving points on the board early and then trading the deuces. It looked like after the break that Grandy had her game, But then Cameron with a deuce, 2 successive steals, and then the numbers for Clancy Grandy probably tell the biggest story of all. 7-4, Cameron leads at the moment. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Hard, guys, all you got! Straight! All you got, Hard! Hard, guys! Hard!
Like this or that? Oh, I kind of like the peel. Or the open one. Okay, I like this. Yep. Just
Do you like this?
rocks left. Yeah, you're right. Sure.
I really wanted that one.
Firm. Peel it on your next.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Megan Walter.
Gotta go.
Don't really want to hang around here.
Hard to touch it.
Back it up.
You're good. You're good. Clean. You're good.
I thought you were going to be like, okay, we're off it.
Just kidding. You were. She was on a quarter.
That's okay. They wrap around, we peel, we hit it. The only way we get there.
Or you go here.
Yeah, don't mind that. Just go back 8 here, bury it.
Yeah.
My first thought was go behind, but we could use the stagger.
We gotta make a call.
The draw's good.
Yeah, you
Even
gotta
if
be
we're right
back
to the
here.
back one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's lock it on.
Okay.
Back 8.
Speed's good here.
Kayla played a draw on this side of the sheet last end. It came up light. Suspect a little bit of slowdown in the 10th end here.
It's close. Back 4.
Got it, dead freeze
Back
it.
4, back 8. Close the line.
Dead freeze.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Back 4. Hard, Lynn.
Gotta go.
T. Hard, Lynn.
Hard. Back 4.
Gotta get by.
Dubé, Logan, scrub. Oh, they did. They snuck it by. Oh, goodness. Wonderful brush. And to the back
Great sweep.
of the 4.
Nearly end to end on that.
Beautiful.
Great sweep.
This doesn't get by. This is game over.
Yeah, that's right. Now they have a chance.
Stay on it. Gotta be deeper. Go, 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 go.
Look at that, dead buried. Great shot.
You got it.
Just back line.
Yeah. Probably
Just
a little
through.
stiff in the center. Yeah.
Interesting call. I thought they'd throw some speed at this.
Hack. Little up.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Hack.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kens.
Hack.
Kens. Kens, I want to try to move both.
Center. You gotta cross
Hard,
the
buddy.
center. Go, go, go,
Hard,
go, go.
buddy.
Hard, Ken.
Go.
Keep going, Ken.
Go.
Keep going.
Hard. Hard. Roll that, roll that, roll that.
Okay.
Good.
You want to play, I'm assuming.
That's fine, Meg.
You're up by 3.
Probably give you
Cameron,
similar,
you
right?
want to play somewhat defensively. You don't want to leave a lot of rocks in play, obviously. So what's the balance, Joe?
Shoot.
Between being too defensive, leaving rocks in play, and giving the chance to BC?
I don't exactly agree with that last call.
No.
I thought they might just rip off that stagger.
Top 4.
So you don't need any more of your rocks in the house. They have enough points to win.
If this is made, this angle freeze is made, that rock that stayed because they didn't throw any weight is going to hurt them.
So what do you do in that case? You just rip?
Yeah,
So
Because you're up by 3.
Lins.
Shoot it.
Hard, gotta bounce it off. Gotta be deeper than it. Gotta bounce it off. Roll it deeper. Hard, roll it deeper. Go, 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 go. Okay.
The other game on the ice, playing in 10, 5-3 Ontario. Final stone coming up here for Heather Smith out of Halifax. Jill Brothers, 4th row.
Well, on her final stone, Rachel Homan tapped hers up. They're not sure who is counting on the other side and second shot, but for Jill, she needs to make a run back and nut it to even care. Okay.
And we'll drive it through, so it's a steal of 1. And that's your final 6-3. And Homan will now move on to the playoffs. And Heather Smith, the skip of the team from the Halifax Curling Club, in her first appearance at the Scotties since Montreal in 2014.
Run double here.
And we'll crack it. Oh, goodness, now it's going to get interesting here.
So there's going to be a run there.
What do you do?
At the end.
What do you do?
But it only gets
Is there around the horn there? Because you got to get that
I thought you said
yellow that's now buried.
Try doing this now and then play this
like
on
really
your next.
skinny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you'll have this thin one on your next.
Okay. Okay. Really skinny.
Yeah.
Once I was like, we're hitting one of the rocks. That's not
Have to make that back red count, so need to move some yellow granite.
Real skinny, try and
That buried yellow
skinny
at
redirect. Yeah.
9:30 is a problem.
Not a lot of time to talk about this for Team BC. They used their timeout last end.
If you can redirect this shooter at 1,000,000 miles an hour and get the shot rock thick, you might scare that buried one.
Clancy Grandy again, her first.
Yep.
Desperate.
Hard. Yep.
Down by 3.
Yep. Hard.
Logan, hold it. Here we go. Bang, bang, back it up. And out.
Any thicker, Vic, you get that thinner on the first one, thicker on the shot rock. It might have got that buried one. There's no shots now.
Well, congratulations, Kate Cameron from the Granite in Winnipeg. She is moving on to the final 6. Make the final 7-4 Cameron to finish at 5-3. Grandy also 5-3, and so that head-to-head, the win is the difference and puts Cameron through. So Holman Jones had already qualified, and Cameron now joins them in the group of 6 that move on, 3 from each pool, and a big win by the young skip Scoffin for her first at this year's Scotties.
The 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Home Hardware. Here's how.
Trying to make the double. Catch the yellow across, and she nails it.
Wilkes, by that one, sure enough. By that one, you should hit. You got them both. Bang, 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 bang. Away they go.
11-5.
Karwacki now holding it up. Get it by. They did. Here we go. What do you got? You got the playoffs. So it's on now for 6 teams. The Page qualifiers come your way tomorrow at 2 Eastern time. It'll be Sturmay, wonderful week for her against Jones. And it'll be Holman against Anderson in a qualifier. Also on the ice, and then Laws and Cameron are waiting later. Well, we want to say thank you to the teams leaving us now from Pool B. Thank you for always being cooperative with us and answering all our questions and requests. We wish you safe travels till we see you again, until we see you again tomorrow. We're down to the final 6 here at the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. All of it, it's on Canada's sports leader, TSN.